Lamb lollies, bison gumbo,
This is a local jam.
firing chicken.
You can have a comfort food, but with an adventurous flair.
And the amount of specials that they rotate in, the sky's the limit.
And it's Chef Elijah Safford
Bison bone marrow sold.
knocking out the menu. Love the boxing bell.
What does the name mean?
So a sec is short for acequia. That's the local term for waterways used to irrigate fields. I'm the third owner of a sec.
Which he took over when he was just 21.
How old are you now? 22?
23.
Well done, my friend. Walk me through what we're making tonight.
Bison red chili fries, kind of poutine-esque.
The bison red chili fry is super, super good. The bison is really tender.
They're gooey in a good way.
First, I like to grill the fat of the bison short ribs before we braise it. It's a little salt and pepper mix.
Grill both sides, pull them off. We're making the braising liquid now, or what's the story?
Taking my onions, I do a little saute on them, letting these sweet onions express themselves.
How do you feel about yourself in that swimsuit? The onions I was talking about.
Calabrian peppers, vinegar, a little bit of sugar here. Chimayo red chili, chipotle in adobo sauce.
Right.
Dried ancho.
Beef base?
Blend this down. Crank it. Then we just pour this over our bison.
Gorgeous.
We do our little garnish. It really just adds some good acidity and
Same thing with the white onion?
Yep. Do a little bay leaf.
Parsley. Cover this. All right, let's get that in the oven. How long?
4 hours at 300.
Great.
There we have our braised short ribs. Pop that little bone out. Make sure that this little fat cap doesn't make it in there.
Does this get used for anything else?
Yeah, all the employees eat it.
Ah, that's what I love to hear.
Break that down.
Love that chile. A little smokiness to it, tender. It's cooking it with the bone and the fat.
I want them to be the best fries ever.
Short ribs are done. Let's get into this.
Red chili gravy.
Red chili gravy.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
I'm gonna start off with the roux, oil, gluten-free flour. We get it pretty nice and dark. White onion, dried chimayo, dried ancho chilies, chipotle and adobo.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. And sugar, Maldon salt, Calabrian peppers, local red chilies, bay leaves.
Beef stock and water.
Beef stock, yes, sir. This simmers for a good 20 minutes, and then we hit it with the immersion blender.
So what's the next step after this?
It just comes down to fries. We have our shoestrings here.
I'll get that one.
Salt, of course. Put it right here in my pan. So I have my cheese curds here. Then this goes in the oven.
Gotcha.
Now that our cheese curds are nice and cheesy, red chili gravy that we just made, local bison, all grass-fed parsley, and let that hit the table.
How dangerous. I'm a big shoestring guy. I want the crunch. The braise on the short rib is delicious, and the shred's great. The cheese curd is stretchy and squeaky. Rich, roasted, smoky.
So you like it?
Oh, no, I love it.
Cheese curding on bison chili fry.
The cheese curds are great. The red chili's spot on. The bison was very moist, was shredding.
I've eaten a lot of fries in my life, and these are the absolute best fries I've ever had.
Chilaquiles over easy in a window.
Woman Frida's is the place to be. Everything is from scratch.
Blackberry French toast up.
I was on the original episode. I was able to let people know what a great spot it was. Comfort food, but with a delectable twist.
Mustard chicken sandwich ready with tots.
The food's amazing. We used to drive to Palm Desert specifically to eat there. So when they opened the Palm Springs location, we were just doing backflips.
And it was that enthusiasm that convinced Kelly McFall and her brother Craig Alexander to open their second location.
We knew we wanted a bigger place, and we fell in love with this location. It's right in the heart of Palm Springs.
So what is the restaurant? What do you guys do?
It's breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
Wilma and Frida is our two grandmothers.
Are your grandma still with you?
No, they passed away.
Did they know about the naming?
Wilma did.
That's why it's Wilma and Frida.
Yes, we had to put Wilma first.
Scratch made?
99% of everything is done from scratch.
Short rib melt.
The short rib melt is amazing with the cheese and the crispiness of the bread.
Short rib melt coming up.
Give me the rundown here.
So we start out with the boneless short rib, black peppercorn, garlic clove, bay leaves.
It's a lot of bay leaves.
Ground thyme, kosher salt, a whole gallon of burgundy red wine, mirepoix.
Now you're gonna get all splashy, chef.
All your blue shirts get splashed.
Are you a fan of it?
Yeah, I'm a fan of all of your blue shirts.
You got some issues, son.
This is a strong beef base, and we braise it overnight at 250 degrees.
What are we into now?
We are making pickled red onions, red wine vinegar,
water, whole bunch of coriander,
black peppercorn, crushed red pepper flake, bay leaf.
You and your bay leaf. It's like me and my blue shirt.
That's it. Kosher salt. I let it come to a boil.
Onions go in, steep for an hour and a half.
Short ribs are finished braising.
That is pull apart short rib all day long.
Right.
Strain this jus.
Burr mix the mirepoix.
That is music to my ears.
And I reincorporate it back into the meat.
Now we start to make this melt.
Typically sourdough bread.
All right.
Monterey Jack cheese, 6-ounce portion of short rib, pickled red onions, Saute the arugula right behind it.
Got it. Cook it all up, add it together. Short ribs tender. Arugula's a really nice touch. This guy's got it.
I got French fries for the short rib melt.
Our #1 seller, hands down, of anything. And now between both locations, 800 to 1,000 a week.
Y luego ceviches, street tacos, y chicken fajitas.
There's nothing on this menu that is not high quality.
Crispy salmon tacos. He takes recipes and makes up his own versions. That's why it's so interesting and so delicious.
Those versions come from Chef Antonio Matusa's Mexican heritage, mashed up with the flavors from his wife Sarah's hometown of Taos.
Ceviche, street tacos, please, table 10.
I used to travel to Mexico, and I get that same flavor.
Mexico has its states, and states have representations of the type of foods that they make. What type of food is this?
We have Veracruz, we have Mexico City, like the chile relleno Nogada is from Puebla.
The Nogada is totally unexpected. I've never had anything like that before.
It's a mild green chili filled with beef and pears, and it's just this wonderful, sublime flavor.
What are we into now?
The feeling of the chile relleno en Nogada.
In Nogada means in
a nut sauce.
In a nut sauce.
Olive oil, onions, garlic, apples and pears.
Isn't this made at Christmas?
Yeah, it's actually a Christmas dish. Yes, it is.
Point guy!
We're gonna add some raisins here. Salt, black pepper, oregano, some thyme, clove.
Some comino. This is taking it to Christmas. Some cinnamon.
Water.
We add the ground beef.
And I'm gonna add the tomatoes.
How long is this gonna cook down, Chef?
40 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever it's cool, we start stuffing the poblanos.
We'll make the Nogada sauce?
Yeah, the recipe calls for walnuts, but pecans are more flavorful. Some garlic, a mix of cream cheese, goat cheese, and feta cheese.
Feta? The old feta in Mexico.
Cinnamon, fresh onion, brandy, salt, sugar, and some heavy cream. Milk.
He's dropped the hammer.
And that's it.
Delicious. A savory, nutty, sweet sauce.
That's great.
That's the name of our new band, Savory, Nutty, Sweet Sauce. Be performing tonight in Antonio's.
Chile relleno, some beans, some rice, Nogada sauce, cotija cheese,
Mexican Parmesan.
some cilantro, pomegranate, pico de gallo, cotija on the beans.
Look at that. This savory spiced meat contrasted with this sweet, salty, nutty sauce. And the little kiss of the pomegranate, the little bite.
I love that you keep it traditional, but you also kind of change it to what you think is going to be better, like using the pecans.
That is one of the more elevated, culinarily professional dishes I've had in a Mexican restaurant.
Chile relleno en Nogada right here.
This is so good. I like the pomegranate in this.
Absolutely amazing, amazing relleno.
Red Snapper, Veracruz.
This is a place where you can get some very creative stuff.
This is like getting a passport into some parts of Mexico maybe you haven't been to.
Chef,
Thank you, Chef.
Thank
You're
you.
awesome. Very talented.
The real deal right there.
Table 5, order up.
Anytime we want to go for breakfast, everyone in the family, let's go to Perk.
Fabulous food.
Pancakes, fresh fruit, order up.
It's easy to get a good breakfast. It's hard to get a great breakfast.
That's why restaurant vets Pauline and Carmen Martinez created this place.
We used to go out for breakfast all the time, and we could never find something like what we would make at home.
So they decided to share their unique take on breakfast.
We call it classic Americano with a Southwest kick.
She throws in what she likes, he throws in what he likes.
The result? A menu full of dynamic dishes like this one.
Enchiladas are being plated.
It's really good.
Even though it's got that one ingredient.
These breakfast enchiladas gonna involve the EGG word?
What's EGG? Oh, eggs. I'm sorry. It does have them.
It doesn't have them in there.
Oh, okay. Not in there.
On or around them. Give me the rundown.
First step is going to be the spicy New Mexico chili sauce. Chilies with the seeds, hot water, and salt, cayenne pepper, black pepper, fresh garlic, honey, chicken base. Then we have chipotles and adobo that have already been pureed.
And now we're gonna come together and do a little...
Little blend up.
Gotta try this. Little yum. Wow. Ooh.
Little spice.
A little heat in that. So now we're gonna work on the pork.
Spice rub is the first thing we do, and we're gonna start with seasoned salt, fresh ground nutmeg, paprika, cumin, dark chili powder, spicy cayenne, granulated garlic. So we just roll it around a little bit.
Okay.
Then from there, we're gonna top it with our house-made cilantro jalapeno sauce. This is the spicy version. Now we're gonna add cola, and we're gonna let this sit overnight and marinate.
Then roast it.
350 for about 4.5 hours.
Dig it.
So we're gonna pull this out and we're gonna slice this. Is that money or what?
Do not go and take my lines. So that just breaks apart. So now what are we gonna do with it?
Now we're gonna take it from here and we're gonna grill it on the flat top so it gets a nice little caramelized crisp on it.
And then we'll put it into the enchilada.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We're gonna slice it up so it makes it a little easier to eat. And then we're gonna take these tortillas, a little bit of homemade chipotle, ricotta,
Okay.
zesty black beans, and then the slow roasted pork goes right on top. And then we're gonna top them with that spicy New Mexico chili sauce. And 2 incredible edible eggs, and top it with a little bit of fresh cilantro.
I'm really good. With New Mexican chili enchilada sauce. It's right on point. A little bit of heat. Nice little sweetness to it from that honey. Call it a breakfast enchilada, call it a breakfast burrito, call it whatever you want. Just don't call me late for it.
Paella's coming up.
Number 1, top notch.
It's the perfect mixture of New Mexican flavors with like the French cuisine.
Croque monsieur ready?
I love the food, but I also love the people.
That would be Randy Morris and Jennifer Peterson, who just seemed destined to own this place.
We took jobs in this restaurant.
As waiters.
I had mentioned how cool it would be if we ever owned a little place like this.
And there's a legend about Taos Mountain.
If you say it.
How cool it would be if we ever owned a little place like this. Within a week, the owner was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe you guys should take it over.
And the real magic was a package deal that included Chef Gabby Garcia.
How many people work in this kitchen?
Just me and somebody else.
You have a cape? You're Superwoman?
It's hiding. I need to spin so it come out. Pollo Borachon.
Okay.
Had the drunken chicken today. It looks like a pot pie.
The most unique dish that they have here.
You're gonna make what?
Pollo Borachon.
Okay, drunk chicken. Drumsticks and thighs?
Carrots, mushrooms, bacon, yellow onions, paprika, black pepper, parsley, and salt. Red wine, water, and now it goes in the walk-in.
Then what happens?
We cook it the next morning for 45 minutes.
Tightened up with a roux. What are we making next?
The dough for the chicken borachon.
Where did you learn to speak English?
TV, books. I watch a lot of funny movies. I saw you in Ridiculousness.
Just so you know, it's one of my favorite shows of all film.
Me too, yes.
Rob, you got to get her on Ridiculousness.
Okay, let's do this. Flour.
Yeast that's been bloomed.
Salt.
We're gonna mix it, pull it out, let it rest.
Yeah.
All right, Chef, where are we at?
The chicken.
Some of the jus with some of those veggies that were in there.
Mushrooms, ripe potatoes, beans, green beans,
roasted red bell pepper,
peas, and then we do the dough. We add a little bit of egg wash.
right over the top. And then we put the tomatoes on top to cook?
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on at this point.
And then a little bit of cheese and ready to go in the oven. 7 to 10 until golden brown.
Look at how beautiful that is. This is kind of like dipping the bread into the stew. Wow, it's delicious. It's savory, it's light, but rich, creative. The chicken's so flavorful. This is one of the most unique, craveable pot pies I've ever seen. I just can't get enough of it. Have you guys tried this?
Pollo Borachon.
It was delicious. A great dish.
You can really taste the red wine, and then surprise, there's beans in there too.
Ta-da!
It's exciting to open up the crust.
Is that not the bomb?
Soul food right there.
When we started, we were a whiskey and PBR bar.
That was it.
That was it.
But this South Florida native wanted to taste a home in the Mile High City. So he brought in his buddy, Chef Jonathan Larson.
So you're like biscuit badasses. Yeah.
Like this hot mess of a barbecue pork sandwich.
And the Elmer. So let's fire up some biscuits. All-purpose flour first. Some cake flour. You got buttermilk powder.
Buttermilk powder, really?
Yeah. A little salt, a little sugar, a little baking powder, and then the secret, cream of tartar.
Really?
Yeah, just works. And we gotta grab the grater. We have 3 of these.
This is Darth Grater?
Yeah.
Frozen butter.
Frozen butter.
I want to do the push.
Okay, I'll hold.
Okay, look at that. It's like a butter cotton candy machine.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's for right now. Now, we're gonna add our buttermilk, yogurt, and some whole eggs. It has to be incorporated for about a minute. So we're gonna mix up the biscuits.
Okay. And now we're gonna just add a little bit
more flour. It's about 2 of these cups. It kind of varies. That's it.
Mixer's out of the way, now time to roll.
Time to roll.
Okay. Look at that. It's like a sleep system pillow.
We cut it in half. I'm going to just knead it.
So what do we got going here? We're gonna roll it again?
Yeah, we're just gonna get it kind of into a rectangle. So we're just gonna keep rolling out. You can see the butter still's right there. We got it. Check it, make sure. Ooh, yeah. Not very, yeah, not yet. It's the right consistency.
Yeah.
And we punch and cut them, go straight down on them.
Oh, that is a monster. Maybe it is gonna be a mile high.
Take a little pan spray. Now they gotta go in an oven, 350 degrees for 18 minutes, convection oven.
All right, off to the oven. Holy biscuit mania. Look at the size of this thing. What's it gonna hide behind it? Didn't know it was there, did you? Is that flaky goodness or what? Wow, that's good. We're gonna put more in this?
Oh yeah. Start with our pulled pork, throw it in the hot pan, and we just made tomato water.
Just something to rehydrate it with?
Rehydrate it. We had a little barbecue sauce that we made. Then we just pile on the pork. Then we do our house-made pickles, a little house-made coleslaw, then crispy onions.
That's a mound of trouble. Is everything this big?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. How do you eat it?
Fork and knife.
Is it?
Only way.
Wow. The biscuit is so tender and so flaky and light. Then you did a really nice job on the pork. The rub, the smoke, a little tomato water gig.
Yeah.
And the barbecue sauce is eccentric.
Get these eggs going poached here.
This restaurant is absolutely amazing.
It's an alternative to like traditional breakfast lunch places.
I have the chula fritters.
What makes the food here so good?
The different spins she puts on it.
And the chef doing the spinning here is Catherine Gonzalez, who didn't have to go far from home to find her inspiration.
I'm using recipes from Mom, and then I kind of infused it with some of the things I learned. Mom's red chili, chilaquiles.
The chilaquiles are fantastic. I could eat those every day.
The meat is so tender, the sauce is complex and flavorful.
So what are we making?
My mom's chilaquiles. We're gonna make the rub. Salt, garlic powder, paprika, onion powder, and cumin. And it's gonna go on the pork cushion.
Braising liquid?
A little bit in the bottom, yep.
Go in the oven, 250?
Whatever the oven's working at during the day.
It just goes in there.
Yeah,
you can't wreck it. Next step?
Red chile.
Red chili.
California chile.
Okay, California chili. I know my chile. Oh,
yeah, you
come
do
on
know
now.
your chiles. Break off the stem. The seeds, when we dump them, we save them. We make our chili oil.
So we're gonna rehydrate these, a little warm water.
Leave them on the stove an hour and put them into the blender. A little bit of that water that we cooked them in.
Hot tub and flavor town.
Then, just a little bit of water to thin it out. Crushed Mexican oregano.
Cumino, onion, the garlic, and the salt. Next up.
We're gonna make date and onion jam. Grapeseed oil, sweet white onion, dates. Add sugar to this, water.
All that precise measurement that goes on here.
You like that?
And an immersion blender that's gonna get messy. I'll be back there. That's like culinary napalm. Sugar and dates, that little sticky burny.
We're gonna let it cook
All right.
down. So now we're gonna make the mom's chilaquiles.
Okay, so.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so.
Okay, so.
Okay, I got you. Grapeseed oil, sweet white onion, our house-made corn chips. Put the red chile sauce on top.
Right.
And then the pulled pork.
You should call this dish next of Ken. You're gonna be calling mine.
Green onion, queso fresco.
What avocado slicing is that method? Here, how many did we give it?
We give you like 3. Ay, guy. Ay, Dios mío. Do the microgreens, chili oil on
That you
here.
made from the seeds that you kept?
Yep, and a little bit of onion jam.
For the wrong people, there'd be an egg on this.
There would be an egg on that.
Going for a personal best right now, and it's so hot. That was more like a pig eating. The chile sauce, it's silky, a lot of chile flavor. You do this really dynamite pork, you go a little bit extra with that. The chips are nice and crunchy. The jam is just that kind of that funky little twist that makes it yours. That's the next level. Dynamite.
Chilaquiles are in the window.
2 minutes to serve.
When I find something good like this, I tell everybody.
Sam, grab me another 18-inch dough, please.
Richie is salt of the earth.
He does it right. He does it with a smile.
He doesn't want customers, he wants family.
But Richie Marsigliano walked away from his family's pizza business as a kid on Staten Island, only to come full circle in Vegas after a tough life lesson.
You got in some trouble.
Yes.
Went away for a couple years.
Yes.
So when you got out, your first job was working for Chuck.
At the barbecue place.
John Moles.
John Moles.
Yeah. As a dishwasher.
And he said to me, you're a great worker, but your life sucked.
You now own a restaurant that's being featured on the Food Network.
Yes, I am.
Dude, that's insane.
Here's your chicken parm stromboli.
The chicken parm stromboli takes his tender chicken, his marinara, he wraps it around with delicious crust from the pizza. It is absolutely amazing.
One type of dough?
Yes, one type of dough. I'm gonna add the water first. Activate the yeast, let it twirl around.
Twirl.
That's twirling, isn't it?
Show me twirl.
Here, do a twirl.
Don't
Come
do
here.
it.
I don't do twirls. No.
Here, I'll do a twirl. And then we're gonna put all the seasonings in. Onion.
Onion powder?
Never seen the onion powder.
Sugar.
And the salt. Caputo flour.
That'll twirl for 15 minutes.
It'll come out, we'll let it proof.
Maybe an hour, then we portion it out.
And then how long are we gonna let it rest?
1 day.
Now what are we into?
Marinara sauce. I'm gonna start browning the garlic. We're gonna blend celery and onions. Pepper.
Red and green bell pepper in the marinara.
Of course.
This is getting good.
I take my red wine.
Stop the garlic from burning.
Get this all good going.
Get this all good going.
Tomatoes.
Parsley. Granulated garlic. Black pepper.
Oregano. Some more onion powder.
You and your onion powder.
Sugar. Fresh basil. It's gonna cook for like 2.5 hours.
All right, into chicken parm.
Just fillet it nice here like that. Pound it.
AP flour.
Do a little egg wash like this.
Italian breadcrumbs.
Put them in the fryer.
All right, let's hear it, Chef.
I'm gonna dice it to nice little pieces like this. Get my pizza dough. Now I'm just gonna open this all up. Take some mozzarella cheese, chicken breast, ricotta cheese in here. The marinara sauce that we made, roll this over. We're gonna come in here, 500 degrees for maybe about 8 minutes. And here's this.
Here's that.
Then we gotta dress it up.
Garlic butter.
Little Parmesan cheese, parsley, cut it up. And I'm gonna present it to you.
Great crust.
I'm gonna take a bite. Why can't I be part of this?
You're not from Triple D land.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. The onion, it sings all the way through.
Gives you that little kick.
It's very hearty. And the marinara, nice, fresh, clean. I think it's dynamite.
Hot pie. Slick Willie, come on up. Enjoy, buddy.
There's nothing like it in Phoenix.
Just normal in Phoenix?
No, this is a great place to hang out. Look at it. I mean, we have everything. Shopping, boxing, food, bar.
Shopping, boxing, food, and bar.
All things Windy City transplant Steve and Andy Rosenstein love.
It's almost like our personal playground.
Have you guys been in the ring?
Yes. I boxed my brother 2 days before his wedding in that ring because his rehearsal dinner was here.
Seriously? And what is your favorite menu item?
The mac and cheese bites. These are good.
Mac and cheese muffins?
Mac and cheese muffins.
Two of my favorite words. Butter?
Butter. The flour. Add in the milk. So we're gonna add a little Worcestershire.
I have some salt here too. Would you like that?
I would love that, thank you. Now we're ready for the Gruyere.
Whose recipe was this?
This is mine. We're gonna add a little cheddar. Local goat cheese.
Local goat cheese?
Unbelievable taste. Delicious.
Mmm. I like the tang of that.
Gonna fold that in and dump the pasta now.
Oh, we should probably just test this. I'll go be fine. Camera's not on, is it? Cut.
We're actually gonna make a little bit of a panko mixture to put on the bottom of the muffin tin. Start with panko crumbs, extra virgin olive oil, add in some fresh ground garlic.
Want me to hit this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Really good, so they come right out easily.
Really good.
Like really good. So fresh Parmesan cheese.
So that little mixture now?
Now we're going to fill it. Just fill a little bit on the bottom of each.
When you do that, I'm just gonna make sure that nothing has changed over here on this. Okay. Now we blind bake this off?
Yep, brown for about a minute. And now we're going to fill them.
What?
Sprinkle
that on top so it gets a little crunch on top.
Yep.
Bake them off.
For about 8 to 10 minutes. 10 muffins in a basket.
10? Oh, it's like culinary Christmas. Look at that little mac and cheese nugget slammer popper. Shut the front door. Just enough
They'll hold it together, and whatever of the fat of the cheese that was melting got captured down here in the little panko zone. The key is the outside crunchiness.
Yeah.
This is like an extra week now at the gym. You're the bomb, Andy. You gotta try this one.
Delicious. It's a little crunchy and then chewy.
Does everybody in Phoenix know about this?
It's still a little underground, but more and more people are finding out about it.
I mean, you can't beat it.
It's just the juice.
I want to see these two in the ring.
Let's go!
Walking in, I have a Gila Monster Burger.
It's not your typical restaurant.
Arizona Gold Wings in the window.
Initially, we were like, oh, it's a new sports bar. Let's go watch the game. But the food is fantastic.
And for David Lindsley, the restaurant biz has always been more than just a game. It's a family legacy.
My grandfather owned a sports bar.
So you started from there. Got it. What kind of food?
Pizza, wings, burgers, barbecue is what we wanted to build the whole restaurant on.
It has great gourmet food. The spin on the pizza is awesome.
Oh no, smoky.
The Old Smoky Pizza gets smoked brisket, pork, chicken.
I go bite first, crust next. Sometimes I share with my wife, sometimes.
What are we into first?
We're gonna make our dough. You take 7 pounds of water, salt,
got it.
Sugar next.
Drop your yeast.
And then everything goes in. Garlic oil.
25-pound bag of flour.
That's not gonna spill anywhere. I have black coffee.
How long are we gonna mix?
9 minutes.
Let it proof, portion it, and let it rest for 24 hours, and we'll use it tomorrow.
That's correct. We're gonna make a brine for the chicken thighs.
Let's walk through this.
Water, brown sugar, salt, black pepper.
Garlic and red chili flake. So the brine is done. Drop that over the top of the boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
That is correct.
Dry rub this pork and the brisket?
We are. Salt, Italian seasoning, onion powder, granulated garlic, paprika, black pepper. Liberally sprinkle it on the brisket. Into the smoker.
What kind of wood?
Apple wood. We're gonna make barbecue sauce.
Got it.
Start with the water, cornstarch to make a slurry, ketchup, pineapple juice, apple cider vinegar. We also make our own smoke water. Brown sugar, Worcestershire,
molasses,
smoked paprika.
Go Marselius.
Dry mustard, salt, cayenne, granulated garlic, pepper, and onion powder.
How long are we gonna let this cook down?
6 to 8 hours.
All right, chicken thighs, pork butt, and the brisket. Chop it up and build the pie.
Okay, we're gonna take our fresh-made pizza dough,
The barbecue sauce we just made?
shredded mozzarella,
Pork, chicken, brisket?
house caramelized onions,
What temp are you running that oven at?
650. We're gonna finish it with our garlic butter, also house-made.
How about we just start telling us when you don't make something in-house?
I didn't make the pan.
Thank you.
Granulated garlic and oregano, white cheddar cheese curds, fresh grated pecorino romano,
Pecorino.
shredded parm.
So watch how a pro does this. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I know better than to not let him eat. It looks like a little kid's pizza in your hand.
Can I start?
Go right ahead.
Chef,
What I was gonna
in all honesty, when we started putting all those ingredients on the pizza, I thought it was gonna weigh down that crust. But the way you cook that pizza, the way the crust is, house-made, kept its texture, the structure, and the sauce works. That's a good balance. Really good pie.
You're going after my job, aren't you? Marcel's Masterpieces.
Seriously.
When you're a lot of things, you're trying to do barbecue, you're doing pizza and so forth, there's gonna be a flaw. I'm not finding it in that. Well done.
Is there all smoky?
A couple of my buddies here, Chance and Charlie. How is it?
Pizza's incredible with the barbecue.
It's killer.
The cheese curds slowly melt, so it's nice and gooey.
Has a good flavor.
Here's some bonfire s'mores for you.
Do you guys have a marshmallow roasting program?
We have mini hibachis.
At the table?
Yeah, we do tableside s'mores.
My kids are gonna love this place.
Right?
They take a normal concept like gumbo or jambalaya and then spin it.
Have a dirty Cajun.
The dirty Cajun pasta is fantastic.
It's like pasta and gumbo that collide together, and it's amazing.
I know where I think this is going, but if you're making demi-glace,
We are making demi-glace.
you're a sports place.
We're an elevated sports bar.
That you are. Let's go for the demi-glace. Rub the bones with the tomato paste.
Red onions, carrots, celery,
And garlic in this.
oil. We're gonna roast the beef bones, then we will roast the veg. We're gonna start building our demi-glaze
Okay.
vegetables, roasted bones.
We got red wine, salt, thyme, bay leaf, black peppercorn, and a bunch of water. This is all gonna cook for how long?
8 to 10 hours.
And the demi-glace is for your gumbo. And then the gumbo is for the dirty pasta.
That is correct.
The knee bone's connected to the thigh bone.
The thigh bone's connected to the
Hip bone.
hip bone's connected
Is that
to
it?
the
Pelvis.
Come on.
pelvis.
It is
Pelvis. What are we into now?
We have to make the pizza sauce to make the pho. The pho goes into the gumbo.
Is anybody at home confused? I am.
Ground tomatoes, tomato paste, brown sugar, oregano, pecorino romano, sugar, fresh parsley, black pepper, salt, and crushed red pepper.
Okay.
So the pho, we'd start with the pizza sauce, and then it gets chicken bouillon, cayenne pepper, a little bit more salt, more crushed red pepper, herb blend.
So this is the Fra Diavolo sauce. I know where we're at. We're at gumbo.
We are at gumbo, bacon fat, flour. To the roux, we're gonna add
red bell pepper, celery,
green pepper,
onion,
gumbo filet, bay leaves,
thyme,
salt, cayenne, sugar, crushed garlic,
Worcestershire hot sauce.
And then that's gonna roast down for 45 minutes and add our smoked chicken thighs, hot leg sausage.
Fra Diavolo, the tomato sauce.
Demi that we made earlier. That'll
Got
cook for 3 to 4 hours. That way we have everything ready for the dirty Cajun.
Hit it.
Pulled pork, fresh roasted green chilies, house-made salsa verde, tomatillo
What did we
sauce.
say about house-made, Dave?
Just tell us when it's not.
Hot links, 4 ounces of gumbo, Fra Diavolo, shredded mozzarella. Gonna add the pasta.
Top with some cheese curds.
Yep.
Into the salamander.
I hit it with garlic and oregano, fresh basil, garlic bread.
You know what this tastes like, Marcel?
Tastes like gumbo pasta.
I think the piece that I like the most about it is that you didn't make any of it in-house. The only thing you didn't do is throw the pottery to make the plate. This dish is great. Gumbo by itself sometimes, it's just gumbo. You've taken gumbo and made it into a full entree. Job well done, my friend.
Dirty Cajun.
Never had gumbo with pasta. It's incredible. It's legit.
The mama's meatloaf right here.
I love Bonfire.
You're gonna come here and find something that you really enjoy.
I told Marcel, we're rolling through. You gotta have that place to watch the game and really get the experience. I think you're delivering.
All about the food, man.
Yeah.
Chicken and roti, table 23.
This is my go-to place.
Start off with the ackee and saltfish right here.
How close is this to authentic?
My parents had Jamaican restaurants growing up. This is a real deal.
Right down to the name Dutch pot.
A big pot that we cook with back home.
And a consistent reminder of chef and owner O'Neill Smith's Jamaican roots.
This is part of my joy, J-O-I. It's my journey as an immigrant.
Where did you learn to cook?
Man, self-taught. But I did every fast food purposely. I knew I would know the back end of the business.
You knew where to find your information, which is amazing.
You're a perfect storm. You're taking it from the corporate world, but staying true to your roots.
My food represents me.
I got it.
Here is your jerk chicken. Today I had the jerk chicken. You can taste the sweet, and then boom, the kick just comes.
This is actually my house blend that make the food taste phenomenal. Ported seasoning from Jamaica, chicken flavor base. Allspice right here, my guy. Blackened seasoning, chicken base. And we make this at least 100 pounds every week.
And if people want to buy this?
We got the jars in the restaurant.
So jerk seasoning?
Yes, sir. Garlic and herb blend. And we got the regular blend.
This is this one?
Yes, sir. Today right here, my guy, we got quarter legs. So we got the onions, julienne's onions, green onions, ported seasoning from Jamaica.
Chicken and paprika.
Yes,
got
sir.
it.
And you got fresh thyme.
Thyme is key.
Fresh garlic. Allspice, ginger, habanero, also jalapenos. Add water. The trick now, you want to put the powder season before you put the fresh herb. This is the regular blend. We're doing this one first. This is just the jerk one right here. We got the paste. You got to fight with it. So you want the seasoning to get all up in it. You with me right now, my guy?
Oh, yeah, man.
Okay.
How long is this going to marinate?
2 hours.
This goes on the grill.
45 minutes on each side. You want a medium-high flame. We're going to make the tamarind jerk sauce. So with the tamarind, what I'm doing, my guy, we let it marinate overnight.
Essentially makes a tamarind water.
Yes. Jerk paste, all-purpose seasoning, a little bit of soy sauce, brown sugar. All right, then we got the ketchup. And you're gonna let it come to a boil.
Cornstarch slurry to tighten it up. What's up next?
Rice and peas, but we do authentic. Voila.
Fresh coconut.
Readily available on the island.
And everybody, y'all, we're using the same coconut water. So we're gonna blend it all up.
Get all the coconut flavor.
Straining it. Red peas.
Now, would you call this a kidney bean?
Kidney bean. So you soak this with garlic and with water overnight. And it finished cooking like 25, 30 minutes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The garlic opens it up.
Tremendously.
Tremendously.
Tremendously. We got the peas over here cooking.
In a little bit of water. Next.
Green onion, yellow onion, fresh thyme. We got bell peppers, red, green, and yellow. Rasta color. Yum. Parsley. The water right here. Blend it fully. So we'll pour that all in.
This is the liquid we're gonna cook the rice in.
Put coconut milk. Habanero.
This is just gonna steep in it.
When you're about to stir it up,
yeah, you pull it out.
Garlic powder, onion powder. We're gonna add the rice.
Are we cooking this with a lid, or are we just cooking this over?
We gotta cook. That's where the beauty comes. Oh my God! Come on,
what
you gotta cover it.
Okay.
45 minutes. Once the water dries out, you turn it down low heat and just let it steam.
And do you make the crunchy rice?
Shelly. Make sure the rice and peas shelly, man.
Shelly, man.
That's it. That's how you like your rice.
Shelly.
Shelly.
And then the chicken, it smells dynamite. Gonna cut it? Okay. Whoa.
And we're gonna top it off with a tamarind jerk sauce.
Look at that. Tears right off the bone.
Straight off the bone. How about a piece of sweet plantain?
Definite texture in the peas. Great texture to the rice.
It's jelly.
Thank you. My God.
The tamarind jerk sauce.
But it is that sweet and that tangy.
The chicken's another level.
That is some of the greatest chicken.
I can't get it in my mouth fast enough.
Jerk chicken, looking good.
It's just so flavorful, so tender. The tamarind is amazing. I love the sweetness and the sourness.
Perfection.
His glazes, his sauces he puts on is just amazing.
You gotta buckle up for this guy, Tony Chilaquiles, who along with his wife, Hazmeek, is cranking the grill into overdrive.
It's Persian-Armenian with my twist. Cool that down.
The Kobe, it's smoky, meaty, a little bit of rice to die for.
Kubilet's from Persia.
Okay.
So we grind all our meats in-house. Ribeye roll, short plate, and chuck. So you gotta have a good consistency.
Next step?
Grind the veggies as well. Red bell pepper, green bell peppers, white onions, jalapenos.
Got it. And then we'll make the dry rub that'll go in?
Turmeric, paprika, smoked paprika, chili powder,
okay,
onion powder, black pepper, salt. Mix it with my hand.
Do you sing or anything right now when you do this?
You asked for it.
All right, so now we put this on the kebab?
My skewer, oh, sorry. Each order comes with 2 skewers.
You get 2 of these?
Yes, sir.
Well done, my friend. You make it look like you've done this a million times.
Yes, sir.
What comes with this?
Basmati rice.
So we have some washed basmati.
Water. You want to add a little turmeric, garlic powder, chicken broth.
Vegetable oil?
Vegetable oil.
The rice cooks. What's next?
My style of chimichurri, green bell pepper, serrano, red bell pepper, garlic, white wine.
White wine vinegar, got it.
Avocado oil.
Avocado oil.
Salt. You want to get it creamy.
So it's more of a dressing than it is a chimichurri. So that's the dipping sauce for it. We cook the meat in the back in the mesquite. There we go. All right, so this is where all the work's done.
Yeah.
Was that a little dance move I just saw there when you put it down?
Yeah.
It looked like a little, down and then it looked like there was a dance move. What is the sauce that we're putting on here?
That's just straight butter.
Okay.
See, right now it's done. Basmati rice, skewer, kubida.
A lot of meat.
2 grilled Roma tomatoes, Anaheim. You like jalapeno?
Yeah, yeah. Throw a couple of those in there.
That's it.
It's really delicious. It's very juicy. You could take that meat and do about anything you want with it. You can make a sandwich out of it. It's very good.
Woo! Let's do it, baby, yeah! Want kubida coming down?
The kubide is wonderful.
With ground chuck in particular, if you're actually grounding it yourself, it's why it tastes so much better. It tastes fresh.
The chimichurri sauce, tangy, very savory.
Another chicken burrito, no cilantro.
Delicious.
Salsa, everybody's fine? Order up, please.
Casual and funky.
The car in the boots really stuck out. Okay, boys.
There's no other place like it.
Fish taco with 2 steak tacos, okay?
Un quesadilla solamente.
And is it always this chaotic?
Yeah.
I feel like I walked into a fiesta.
2 fish tacos.
The food's fabulous.
Pretty much awesomeness. Enjoy the fish taco?
Yes, it's money. Everybody's happy?
Because this ain't Susan Harry's first rodeo.
That's all I've done since I was the age 13. Tacos de pescado.
After running all kinds of restaurants, she wanted to open a Mexican place.
Carne Adovada.
Right here. So she brought in an old friend, Manuel Valdez,
Fish taco up.
and his brother
Chicken burrito.
to do the food they grew up with.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
I mean, it's like family.
It's awesome.
Where I come for tacos, big burritos.
I've just been turned on to the Carne Adovada. Carne Adovada.
2 adobada burritos.
It's really, really good. This is perfect.
Okay, adobada. We use the shoulder.
The pork butt, yep. Nice and thin, right?
We clean it,
Get all the silver skin off.
and then we thin out.
Look at you, man. You are just a butchering machine. It's not your first time, huh?
No.
So he comes in and pulls it off one time, flaps it over, and then turns it around and comes and pulls it off the other time.
Yeah, perfect. Muy bien.
But what happens is he took 3 folds out of it.
See?
Everybody in the pool?
Everybody in the pool. Now we're gonna marinate. Cumin.
Okay, cayenne,
Cayenne.
the garlic,
California chile.
California, New Mexico, clove. Now, you never grind up the clove?
We put a whole.
Bay leaf, salt.
Uh-huh.
Sydney, the oil. Look at that. You were expecting a Flavor Town reference. I know you were.
No, we use our hands, okay?
No, we don't. You do.
They sit like maybe overnight.
We're gonna grill this? Or?
No, we're gonna put it on the oven.
For how long?
For a couple hours. You need to get it really nice and soft.
I can't wait for this. All the cooking is done, Manuel, in this little kitchen?
Yeah.
This is it?
This is it. You got a piece. See how tender it is? Go ahead and try a piece.
Oh, God.
We're gonna do a taco for you.
Now we're gonna cook it again.
Now we
put a little bit more crisp on it.
Crisp on it. So we just did 2 tortillas.
Everybody loves this one?
Oh yeah, they love adobada. We bring it over.
Oh!
And then we have the little cilantro.
Little onion.
And then we also the lime.
That's it. You don't mess with. Wow, that's great. Flavor is amazing. Why even have the tortilla? Just serve it in my hand, or in my shoe, or my pocket.
I have your sesame noodles here for you.
Looks like a diner, but tastes like it's gourmet.
1 fat choy burger.
If I was ever in the hospital, I want someone to sneak this into me. Chicken teriyaki rice.
And Sheridan's an amazing chef.
That'd be Sheridan Sue, who worked in kitchens from New York to Los Angeles before rolling the dice in Vegas in 2011.
They started off as a food truck.
And then he had a little kiosk that was in the middle of a beauty salon. And now he's got a full kitchen and a full restaurant.
1 pork belly bao.
I typically get 2 orders of the pork belly bao.
The Chinese steamed bun with marinated pork bellies, total goodness.
So this is how loud it's gonna be the whole time? We're in a wind tunnel. What are we making?
We're making pork belly bao.
All right, man, get into it.
We're gonna start with the marinade. 2 cups of soy sauce.
There we go.
4 cups of water. And brown sugar. Garlic powder. And green onion.
There we go. So let that simmer down?
Yes.
I said let it simmer down.
We're gonna pour it right on top of the pork.
You have to let it cool down, otherwise you're gonna poach it.
Yes. And then I'll cover it.
Now this will marinate for 24 hours, then go in the oven.
For 3 hours,
okay.
300 degrees.
And then what's going on here with the pork?
The pork, we'll put a pan over it just to compress it. So we'll put it in the fridge overnight. And then from here, we'll take the pans out. So we'll take this baby out, right onto the cutting board. I'll just trim off the edges.
Got it.
Cut them into nice blocks.
So we'll sear that off in a pan?
Yes. Brown it on both sides.
All right, now what are we doing?
Now we're gonna chop the preserved mustard greens.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and saute them.
Got it.
So first the oil, garlic, onion, and then goes the mustard green.
And a little
sweet soy sauce.
And how long are you gonna let that saute down?
About 3 minutes.
Okay.
We have our steamed buns. We're gonna open the bao. First it goes Hoisin sauce.
That's how I roll.
With the pork belly right on top. On top of that gets preserved mustard greens. And then the crushed peanuts.
Okay.
And then finally cilantro right on top of that.
And this is one of the #1 sellers.
Yes. That's it, the pork belly bao.
And that's all she wrote. Okay, let's get after this. Great steam bun, nice, tender, nice and light. The pork is tender, it's sweet. I like the counterbalance with the mustard green. Really good, man.
Awesome.
Real deal. Nice.
All right, pork belly bao.
Luscious and delicious and outstanding. And
it's like the ultimate slider, right? It's like super-sized bacon. It's pretty cool.
1 BLT.
Sheridan's made a reputation of taking American food and giving a little Asian twist to it.
I'm not just raving on because of bloody television, mate, you know? Everything on the menu, it's fantastic.
You come in here, you have a eclectic mix, definitely not what I'd expect. Nice job.
How'd you like it?
Tade's going in for the hiyashi chuka.
Yes, sir.
The food's phenomenal. You might need some stretchy jeans.
1 miso ramen up.
The ramen here is hands down the best in town.
Cooked up by Mike Fukamitsu, a longtime sushi chef who moved to Japan to master ramen making. So he and his wife, Emmy,
thank you, chef,
could start their own shop back in Utah.
The only place we could afford had a sushi bar. And we figured, why not? I already know how to do sushi, so let's do sushi and ramen. And
why did you call Kobe, by the way?
It was already in Kobe when we bought it.
So I assume the place had somewhat of a good reputation?
No, it didn't.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah.
It was 1 star when we started.
This is really unbelievable.
katsu curry broth's ready to go.
The broth is rich. Everything just has really remarkable flavor.
You can tell there's really some knowledge behind the making of it.
This is the beginning?
We have a pre-made broth that just keeps getting added to.
It's like the mother broth.
It's a mother broth. It never ends.
So what goes next?
Pork bones.
Got it.
Pre-cooked so we can boil the blood.
So you're not dropping the impurities into the broth?
It's the back skin.
Love me some good back skin.
Some ears.
I hear what you're saying about the ears.
I get lots of collagen.
That's what gives that real silky richness.
Green onions, yellow onions, carrots, apples.
You can take broth from that now and make a dish.
Yes.
So the name of the dish we're making is?
Temporo ramen.
The Temporo Shoyu ramen is one of my favorites.
It's got the charshu pork.
It's just an explosion of flavor.
What does temporo mean?
It's a thick slice of pork. We're gonna put the pork belly into the stock pot, boiled for about 5 minutes.
It goes in the fryer from here.
We're gonna make the braise, pork stock, soy sauce, sugar, sansho. It's a Japanese seasoning. Ginger, green onions, a little bit of black pepper, sake, and water. Now that we've fried the temporo, we're gonna put the pork in the braise, simmer for about 24 hours.
I know this is the mother broth. What do we do to take it to this?
To the shoyu level?
Right, how do we make the shoyu base?
Soy sauce.
That was your chance. I'll show you.
Oh, I'll show Hey, guy,
I
I'll show
gotta
you.
go, dude.
Soy sauce.
Fresh pureed garlic.
Garlic powder, onion powder. Whisk that up.
Boiled down?
Strained off. So we've got our cut and braised temporo. Potato starch, thicken it up a little bit. Spinach, shoyu base, the soup stock.
Oh, you brought the strainer over in case there's any particulates.
Just to whisk the base into the stock. Have the noodles, temporo toppings.
You're about ready to see a man enter the food coma.
A little bit of bok choy, a little bit of onion oil. You're making me hungry.
I'm gonna talk right now, and you don't get to say anything. First and foremost, the broth. Good collagen, silkiness, you get the velvet on the tongue. Dynamite noodle, cooked perfectly. The pork's the star. It's tender, a ton of flavor. Beautiful that you have the bok choy and the spinach. It's every bit of fantastic.
Perfect.
Lights out, man. Now you can talk.
All right.
Okay, what do you got to say now? Come on, you got to say now.
Thank you very much, guy.
Here's your tempura ramen.
The broth is really good.
Spot on.
The pork in it is cooked to perfection.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Delicious.
Have you had authentic ramen like this before?
No, I make the cheap kind.
1 to 10.
Oh, 11.
I came to this place for 4 or 5 months before I even tried the food because I like the beer so much. And in the last couple of months, I've really become a big fan of their food.
Because Albuquerque native Ken Carson,
Where are we on the waffle?
is mixing some homegrown flavor into family dishes from the South.
We do what I call New Mexican soul food. It's a combination of Southern cooking with New Mexican cooking.
Very nice.
Like green chili in the mac and cheese, homemade pico on the chicken gumbo, and a little extra kick mixed in with this dish.
Chicken fried chicken, rain up.
What are we gonna make first?
Okay, we're gonna make the brine for the chicken. Start off with our water and just pour it on in. Instead of using regular salt, we decided to use seasoned salt.
Okay.
Add a little extra flavor. Sugar.
So equal parts of sugar and salt, basically. Got it.
All right. Chopped garlic. And then finally, we have our 2 chopped onions right here.
Okay, so the brine's made, chicken goes in. How long is
Right.
chicken gonna be in there?
We're gonna be in there for 24 hours. Next, we're gonna do the egg wash.
Alrighty.
It starts off with our eggs. Then we use Frank's hot sauce.
Like that?
Yeah.
But on the spicier side, I take it.
A little bit of water. Stir that up.
Okay.
So then we take our brine chicken and the flour.
And into the flour, season that flour at all?
Just a little bit of salt and pepper.
Do you make these ahead of time? How's the process normally go?
Typically, we just do them to order.
Right like this?
Right.
To the fryer then?
Yeah. And that's it.
Fry them off.
Right. About 10 minutes.
We'll be good to
we're
go.
Ready. Yeah.
First things first.
Collard greens.
And what go in your collard greens?
Onions. We do some bacon. Then we put in some red chili pods to add a little bit of spice there. Mashed potatoes on, and our gravy.
And what's in the gravy, boss?
Shallots, cream, black pepper, and typical things for Southern gravy.
I mean, that was some crispy chicken. Man, there's a ton of crunch, but it's not, the breading's not too heavy. And even though you had all that hot sauce in there, it's not spicy. It's just really flavorful. Nice mashed potatoes, good crunchy chicken, a lot of flavor. And my favorite out of all of them is the greens, which I can't believe I'm finding collard greens in New Mexico. That's mandatory right there.
One pernil, 2 machillas, 1 cubano.
Every bite that you take, it's magical. Oh, wow.
I'm working on the vegetarian arepa.
As soon as the smell of everything that's cooking in the kitchen hits you, like you just know you're in an amazing place.
Which is a love child of Colombian-born Diego Barbosa.
I always call him the Latin lover.
Which is a story behind this.
Because he's passionate around his food.
Rice and beans all day.
And he and co-owner Anna Kuyok are putting out big flavor.
Need the hogao, please?
From a kitchen the size of a postage stamp.
What was this place before the restaurant was here?
On office.
You made it into a restaurant?
Yeah.
You're crazy. So what kind of food do you guys do?
Latino Miami style street food.
In New Mexico, from a guy from Colombia, you hear that story all the time.
Arepa Machilla, 3.
Arepa Machilla, which is the vegetarian arepa. It's kind of like a pita pocket, but instead of being bread, it's corn. And all the vegetables in it, you get that good hearty, like, yes, I ate something delicious feeling from it.
We are ready for a vegetarian arepa built with white mushrooms.
A lot of them.
Garlic, salt, veggie oil.
Roast that off.
This is gonna be an hour. Next, black beans. Some green onions, pepper, salt, garlic cloves, bay leaves, red pepper, and a bunch of water. Cover them with plastic and foil, 350 for an hour.
So time to make the arepa dough.
White cornmeal.
Nice and fine.
Salt. And then we just add water. Ooh.
It's gonna take forever doing it like this. It'd just be easier if I poured it.
Right now, we need to go through the hand. Can you add some more, please?
Don't want to add too much, though.
He's ready.
And we're gonna go on the panini?
And then we grill it, both sides.
All right.
Just need some crust outside.
What's next?
Hogao, that's from Colombia.
The hogao is the sauce.
Tomatoes, green onions, pepper, salt, comino. More memories from home. Achote.
And then some oil.
Blend it up in the oven.
All right, how long is this gonna go?
It's gonna be an hour again. White cornmeal, fluffy inside, sweet plantains.
A lot of plantains.
Oh yeah. The black beans we build, mushrooms.
You're gonna fit all that in there?
The red bell peppers on top.
I'm not gonna fit all that in my mouth.
Top with the fresco cheese. Right there. And some hogao on the side.
It's heavy. That's a really good arepa. Nice and tender, soft and pillowy on the inside. I love that you really roasted down the mushrooms. That's my favorite part. Good bite to the beans. The roasted red bell peppers are great. And the salsa.
Hogao.
I like the acid of that. You got sweet, you got tangy, you got rich. I mean, really good, buddy.
Got one machilla ready?
Amazing crunch on the outside and then soft and flavorful and smooth on the inside.
Layers of flavor, literally. The sweetness of the plantains is a real surprise.
The salsa that came with the arepa was delicious.
I got chicken fajitas.
It's an amazing place to come and eat.
Authentic northern New Mexico food.
The chili is the best here.
You have the ristos hanging outside, the adobe walls and everything this area is known for.
And when Adam Medina and his wife Raylyn opened this traditional spot, they went into it with the help of Adam's late father.
My dad was in the restaurant business forever. His dream was to open up a restaurant. I got out of culinary school. This place came up. Me and my dad, my mom, and Raylyn.
Yeah, the four of us started it.
So who are we cooking with today?
Me.
You won't come back if you cook with me.
All right, what are we gonna make, chef?
Carne Adovada.
Carne Adovada is marinated pork, and they smother it in more chili, and it's just awesome.
What are we kicking off with?
Pork stock for our chili sauces. This is New Mexico.
New Mexico chilies. They're showing off because we're in New Mexico.
I salt the bones first.
Necks and backs.
Put them in the oven, 475, a couple hours. Bones go in here. We add vegetables.
Onions.
Celery.
Garlic.
Tomato paste and some red chili pods. Put it back in the oven, about 45 minutes to roast them off.
Okay.
Deglaze.
Pull all the flavor out of that.
This goes in there.
Stand back.
Oh dear.
Okay, the water, simmer again.
5 hours or so.
We'll strain this.
I reserve like a quarter of it. I reduce that for my marinade for my carne adovada.
I've never heard of someone marinating pork in a pork stock.
Yeah. We're making a base, water, crushed red chili, caribe, and chili powder. So we blend this, reserve for the red chili sauce we're gonna make.
But now you're gonna add other ingredients to it that will make it the marinade.
Yeah. Garlic, white vinegar, salt, and then our reduced pork stock. Blend this.
And what is the pork that we're using for the adovada?
It's a pork sirloin.
How long is this pork gonna marinate?
At least 8 hours,
What else are we gonna work on?
Got red chili sauce, the ground pork. We fry this pretty crisp.
And make a roux with the flour.
Then we add our fresh minced garlic, chili mixture. So I get some stock in here.
So that pork stock is like one of the backbones of the restaurant.
Yeah.
A little bit of salt.
Let it simmer about 30 minutes.
How do you make the rice?
We start off by browning a parboiled rice, toasted with oil.
Got it.
And then we add
pork stock.
This dish doesn't take pork stock, unfortunately.
The one thing that doesn't get pork stock?
Celery and onions, pureed tomatoes, water, some salt, pepper, some granulated garlic, and bay leaf. Cook it about 35 minutes.
All right, chef, let's see it. So rice, beans, what else?
Marinated pork. This is our Chile Caribe sauce that we made earlier.
A healthy amount of sauce, huh?
Lettuce, tomato, and there we go.
You can't tell you're hungry. You're just shoveling. It's like trying to eat with a Tasmanian devil. The sauce has got a real depth of flavor.
It does. Good amount of heat.
Really tender, lots of flavor.
I love the amount of sauce you put on there because now you can incorporate it into the beans and the rice.
I see why everybody loves it.
Carne Adovada plate.
The meat is just what really brings out that chili flavor. Just amazing.
Can't beat it anywhere, just like mom's.
A king mushroom burger going medium.
How do you explain this joint to people?
I tell them it's the best burger out here.
I got a cheeser and a bistro.
There's special dishes that you can't find anywhere else.
That's because here, Greg and Belinda Rangel, along with their son, Ruben Reyes, are serving patties their way.
Unique combinations, kind of more gourmet, juiciest burger you can have.
Well, you got me at hello on all that.
Sounds good.
They grind all their own meat, the flavor, the texture, it's just really, really delicious.
Lobster go down.
Have you been to this place before?
I have, and we have been back here multiple times.
Favorite burger?
The surf and turf. That's my gangster move.
The surf and turf burger was just out of this world. The richness of the buttery lobster with like the high quality ground patty.
It just melts in your mouth.
All right, chef, let's see it.
So next we're doing our lemon aioli for the sauce for the lobster burger. Some egg yolks.
Let me lick that.
I heard you're a big fan of eggs. This is our preserved lemons. We wedge up some lemons and we'll toss it with some salt and sugar, whole clove, and let it sit for about a week till the rinds get nice and soft.
Okay.
Garlic puree that we make in-house. Some Dijon mustard.
Is that also made in-house?
I wish. Salt and pepper. Slowly start adding in our oil. Add a little bit of water.
That's great.
So this is one part of the sauce that's going on top of this surf and turf.
Yeah, and the surf and turf has two sauces.
What's the next one?
The romesco.
Dude, you make a lot of sauces for one burger.
We start with the piquillo peppers, some of our garlic puree, our house-made croutons.
How about you just tell us about the things you don't make?
Salt and pepper, sliced almonds.
That you did with a razor blade?
Parsley. We also dry in-house.
If you do, I'm pushing on the flat top. Do you really dry it in-house?
Yeah. Yeah, we chop it up.
That's it. Let's go. On the flat top. Just so you know, come on down. We're also making air. Purifying water, creating electricity.
So next we add 75-25 oil and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Take that for a spin, add it into our lemon aioli.
Precise measurement?
Oh yeah, science of eyeballs.
All right, chef, final sauce for this out of the 98 sauces we're making today.
This is our garlic anchovy aioli. Egg yolks.
From his pet chicken.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of salt and pepper to that.
Anchovies.
Decent amount of our garlic puree.
Decent amount.
Add in our oil, kind of just like our basic aioli. Add it with a little water.
Finally, 19 sauces later, we can build the burger?
We can build it.
So are we going hoity-toity, Patty?
Yes, sir.
What cheese are you gonna get?
This one gets brie. Our potato bun, garlic anchovy aioli, frisee lettuce, add our patty, our lobster, romesco aioli, put some crispy onions on there, and we'll top it off.
Wow, look at that. I'll let you go first since you're in the way.
There's so much big flavor in this. With the romesco, the brie, the anchovy aioli, then on top of it with the lobster, a very sophisticated burger.
Your flavors all coincide together. They work together very well. Good texture to it, too. That's the real deal right there.
That's the one.
Great job, chef.
Nice job.
We got a line on Venice Boulevard. Let's get this place moving.
La Única Birria is the place you will find. Birria, 100%.
Did you ever think this is what you would
No.
do? It's crazy.
Yeah.
3 queso tacos de chivo con todo.
This one is crunchy tortilla that has the cheese and then the birria on top.
What are we starting with?
We're gonna do the birria paste.
Okay.
Chile, California.
Because these have been steeped in hot water. Black peppercorns?
Allspice.
Clove?
A little bit. It gives
Oh,
it
yeah, just a touch. Cinnamon.
garlic.
The whole garlic.
And onion.
A little water and blend that.
There it is.
Okay. Really interesting to have that much allspice and clove in Mexican food for me.
This is because of the goat.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Strain this. So the goat.
We add the birria paste, water,
salt into the pot.
So it cooks for like 3-4 hours.
And then when it's done, we'll pull the bones,
Yeah.
pull the fat, but then we'll save the sauce for the consomme.
Consomme, correct. This is the chile árbol salsa with the oil.
So you got the flat top really hot, so you can not only cook the tortillas and cook meat, but you can also get it hot enough to saute on it.
Correct.
Got it.
Chile de árbol. We have the garlic.
Toast those off. The oil, the garlics, and the chile de árbol all in.
We have the water, salt.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you see him step back? Smooth. It's got a great acid to it, almost like a vinegar acid. This is delicious. I'm queso hungry. Queso, hurry up.
This is a handmade tortillas.
That's the real key right there. Dipping it in that fat.
And then we add the cheese, Monterey Jack. This is the cooked birria. We chop it, and then we add it to the tacos.
Is that a normal portion?
Yeah. Wait a little bit for them to get crunchy. It's good to go.
Okay.
The limes.
Cilantro and onions.
Chile de árbol.
Gotta put lime on tacos.
Lime and hot sauce.
Bye-bye, folks. Nice knowing you. Going to Coma Town. Without question, one of the best birria tacos I've ever had.
Thank you very much.
It's not gamey. It's not too spicy. It's not too salty. It's in balance. And then you get a great mixture of the onion and the cilantro. You gotta come down here and do that dunk. If I could figure out how to get in the consomme in a kiddie pool, that's kind of weird, huh?
Goat is wonderful. It's the best.
This is the only place we go to for Mexican food in town.
Chile relleno goes with the salsas.
The ingredients are fresh. They make their own sauces.
And it's been legit since you started coming 20 years ago.
Yes.
The food here is very similar to my hometown.
Probably because Felipe Castañeda and his wife Lisbeth have been serving up authentic recipes from their hometowns for decades.
What type of Mexican food is this?
Zacatecas, Jalisco region.
Okay.
North Central.
Our food is not too heavy in spices.
What are the key dishes?
The pollo en pipián.
Pipián on the pollo.
I've had the pollo and pipián many times. You can taste the pumpkin seed, the spices.
They always come with some nice rice and beans. It's really good.
Okay, chef, what are we making?
Pollo and pipián.
So chicken and pipián is the...
Pumpkin seeds. We start with the chicken.
Water.
Garlic, tomatoes, onion.
And then chicken breast, bone on, skin on.
For flavor, the salt.
And how long are we gonna let this cook for?
An hour 30.
What is the next step?
The pipián sauce. Toast de guajillo. Then the chile de árbol.
Of course, it's the spicy.
The California.
And is the pipián sauce more like a mole?
Yes, it is. Toast them around until we start coughing and sneezing.
You can smell them right now.
Now we soak the chiles. Next, pumpkin seeds. These are more delicate.
Gotta keep an eye on it.
The smell tells us.
Yeah, when it's time to go. Pumpkin seed with the shell.
They take a bit longer.
Right? And then the blue corn. Well, he does it. So we have the chiles now rehydrated with water.
Some chicken broth.
And this is the stock that we cook the chicken in, correct?
Correct.
Let it go crazy.
We put the oil.
Cook that off like a steam bath in Flavor Town right there.
Chicken broth.
The pumpkin seeds and the blue corn, are those gonna get mixed with some water?
Some chicken stock and water. Yes.
And then puree that.
We thicken it.
With the seeds and the corn. How long will it cook?
35 minutes.
What are we making?
Salsa for the Mexican rice. We start with tomatoes, garlic, salt,
onions, okay?
Water.
And bye-bye.
Now we go with the rice. Stir the rice until it gets kind of a brownish color.
That's what's gonna make it nice and flaky.
Add the salsa.
Chicken stock?
Cook 35 minutes. Now we're going to plate the pipián.
Okay.
Beans. To the salamander.
Doing it old school right there.
Shredded chicken.
Okay.
Into the hot chicken broth.
Coming over hot. Look at that nice flaky rice like that.
And the chicken.
I can't wait to try this.
Pipián.
This sauce is gonna be legit. What is this here, chef?
Salsa Doña Diabla. We do that from scratch.
All right. Good looking tortilla. The freshness of the tortilla is really good flavor. The chicken is tender. The Diabla. Hello. The sauce is hot. And the pipián, it's got the flavor of the enchilada, but the richness of the mole. Outstanding. The rice is nice and light and flaky. The beans are creamy and silky. That's got to be something you could serve to your mom. I mean, legit.
Pollo pipián right here.
Pollo pipián tastes a little spicy, but really good.
Their chicken is outstanding.
Stupid burger in the window.
Much more upscale than what you would consider a local bar.
Not a Philly.
The intention to having higher end ingredients in a dive bar feel.
just what owners Brian Somatino and Andy Stutz had in mind when they bought this old joint.
The building we're in is an old Coors brewing building?
Yeah, built in 1901 by Coors. It's been a bar pretty much from 1901 till now, minus Prohibition.
So they kept the suds flowing and hired fine dining chef Jeremy McMinn to build up the menu.
Every dish has a little something added to it that just makes you remember it.
Like a pork shank braised in ancho chili, spare ribs glazed with Dr. Pepper, and house-made pastrami he's dropping on this killer sandwich.
Bombshell!
It is just marvelous. So I assume from pink salt and a big fat brisket, we're gonna get into some kind of corned beef or a pastrami or something along that line?
Yeah, we're making some pastrami.
Okay, get it going.
We're gonna trim this guy up.
Just taking enough off that it doesn't become messy.
Yeah, trim done. We're gonna cut this in half.
There we go.
All right, we got kosher salt, some brown sugar, white sugar, some pink salt. Get some honey going into this. Dump our water in here. Sachet bag. Got some pickling spice, garlic in there. We'll bring this up to a boil. We're gonna cool this brine down.
I really like how it just cleans out the system.
Cool this down with some ice.
So you go about 50-50, so this will cool it down because otherwise you're gonna poach it. And you're gonna let this brine for 7 days?
15 days.
15 days?
15 days.
Wow, this thing's gonna be neon pink.
Yeah, weight it down with this plate.
There you go, I love it. Off to the walk-in?
Off to the walk-in.
Great. All right, so we've brined, rinsed it off. Now go with the dry rub.
Granulated garlic, ground coriander, and ground black pepper. Give this a little stir. Apply the rub liberally.
It's a good-looking rub. Now, how long is this gonna go here on the Big Chief?
We do it for about 4 hours.
I mean, the flavor's in this. The curing process is done. Now we're just gonna put some smoke flavor to it, and then for the final process of serving, you're gonna steam it for service.
Correct.
Okay? So you're pulling it from the smoke. Now we're gonna finish the cooking process in the steam, in the oven for how long?
It's about 3.5 hours.
Okay.
This is gonna go in the walk-in and cool overnight before we slice it.
Okay, so we're in the thick of things now. I should probably just try this for scientific reasons. No, I'll be fine. Very
Scientitious.
Okay.
First, we're gonna butter and toast our rye bread. And drop our pastrami. Put our Swiss cheese down, pastrami jus. Melted cheese right into it. Rye bread gets a little brown mustard. Pastrami's hot, cheese is melted. Goes on the sandwich. Plate this up over here. Those are hot. Over medium egg, if you're smart. Gets a little slaw. It's a bombshell.
That's a new tattoo right there. Wow.
Chew. Breathe. I know.
I've eaten at some of the greatest delis in the world, and that's about as righteous as you'll find them. Awesome. It's the right mustard. The meat's super tender, not too much smoke, not too much pepper coriander, not too salty. I mean, it's just a package deal, man. That is an incredibly righteous pastrami sandwich. Excellent job, brother. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I've never had anything like this before.
This is by far one of my favorite sandwiches around.
Good people, really good food, just a wonderful place to be.
It's almost like having a party at home. Everybody knows everybody knows the bartenders.
Tequila poblano, please.
Very good.
Blackened salmon tacos.
This is the best Mexican restaurant in Flagstaff.
Some tables like guacamole.
We do it by hand, man.
The way Arizona native John Conley has been rolling for years.
Order up, please.
When I was 21 years old and decided to drop out of school and open my own little taqueria.
Was Mexican the first choice?
You know, it was.
Green, please.
I love the culture, I love the people, I love the food.
And folks around here love the way he's making the food. From classics like burritos to something called a Maui taco with pineapple to a Southwestern favorite, sopapilla.
Stuffed sopapilla.
We're gonna make a dough that's gonna be used in the sopapilla.
Correct. We're gonna put the flour in.
Is this a precise measuring technique event?
We're just eyeballing this.
Okay.
We're gonna add a little salt in there.
A little baking powder.
We're gonna mix it all up and kind of incorporate it. Hit me with some water. We're gonna work this around for about 5 minutes.
Dough's a little bit tacky. We cover it. Hour and a half later, we're ready to work with it.
We're gonna make our marinated chicken
for the sopapilla.
Stuffed sopapilla. You wanna start with lemon lime soda?
Now, carbonation, no carbonation, doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. This is cool water, fresh lime juice, red wine vinegar, about 1.5 cups. It's good. Same with the soy.
How much on the pepper?
About 1/4 cup, a little more.
A little more, 1/4 cup.
There you go.
A little chili powder?
Yeah.
How much?
1/4 cup, a little more. There we go.
I like the coaching.
Garlic.
Whiskey.
This goes right on top of the chicken.
Look how the chicken kind of hooks up together and doesn't let the marinade permeate into that. So he's got to move it around a little bit if he wants to get that marination all the way through.
We're gonna cover this, let it sit for 24 hours.
And then later we'll grill it?
Yep.
In about 10 minutes. It smells dynamite. So we grill it, finish it in the oven, chop it up, and it's gonna go in sopapilla.
Stuffed sopapilla.
Okay, this is our dough.
We take about a 4-ounce ball, looks like this.
Roll it through like pizza dough. Got
Yep. A little bit of flour.
Each time there's an order.
Every single time. You cannot make this ahead of time.
I'm sorry, sopapilla or sopa football? How many does this make?
This is big one. It's about as big as your head. A little bit of beans.
Now you gotta move fast because that heat will affect the dough.
It will. Roasted marinated chicken. Jack and cheddar cheese. We're gonna fold this over like this. We're gonna pinch the corners, put it right in there. Put this weight right on top.
And bye-bye, you go fry. How long?
We're gonna leave it about 1.5 minutes, and I'm gonna take the weight off, then I'm gonna flip it.
Oh my gosh. This is where King Kong meets the popover.
All right, so we're gonna hit with a little cilantro cream sauce. It's got heavy cream, butter, milk, cilantro, garlic salt, and fresh garlic. Now I'm gonna add the beans, the rice, a little cotija cheese, a little jack and cheddar. I'm gonna pop that in the oven.
For another 3 minutes.
Correct. 3 minutes at 450 degrees in the convection oven. We're just gonna top it off with a little bit of cilantro, chopped onion, our avocado cream.
Wow. Everything is dynamite inside.
Carnitas tacos.
What makes this food so great?
Fresh ingredients. That's fantastic. The homemade sausage.
Consistently good.
I've eaten here twice a day at times. Okay, well, I've been cooking all my life. Salmon tacos, por favor. I'm just so happy just being able to be the chef in my own restaurant and make great Mexican food.
Ready?
All right. Yeah. Scrapple up. I was in Philly, they had Scrapple, and no one could tell me exactly what part of the pig it came from.
Everything but the oil.
Scrapple up.
It's a breakfast staple back in Philly.
Okay.
Where Harry Shapiro grew up.
You get that omelet?
Hanging out at some classic East Coast diner.
It's crazy. I'm this Jewish kid in Philadelphia, and I fall in love with Mexican food. I say, that's it. I'm moving to Santa Fe.
And with his wife, Peyton,
Everything all right down here?
buying an old gas station turned restaurant on Route 66.
How's lunch?
Running an all-day roadhouse.
Everything from traditional Mexican and native New Mexican foods to very eclectic regional American specialties.
Regional? Eclectic, you think?
Pennsylvania Dutch Scrapple has a lot of pork liver in it.
Pork liver. It's usually pork scraps and cornmeal, but Harry's doing it different. We're making your Scrapple out of pork butt?
We are.
Okay, I'm a little bit more at ease. So you're chopping that up into about a 2-inch cube. This is pork stock with veggies, onions, and the whole giddy up?
Yeah.
This in the lard. Set the temp for a simmer, 30 minutes. Now we're gonna grind it. I get to be part of the Scrapple Nation.
Okay, let's go.
This is the culinary chapel of the Scrapple. We're halfway through the Scrapple adventure, and you're dancing. This is that same stock that we cooked the pork butt in the first time.
Putting in polenta, some pepper, some thyme, marjoram,
sage,
salt, throw it in.
Looking good. I can feel it thickening up big time right now.
The more you cook it, the better it gets.
Yeah, put it in the pans, freeze it.
And we take it out as we need it.
Slice off a slab of chunka.
Little flour, shake off the excess.
Little clarified butter. Oh, how is my Scrapple? Hey, a little drum roll. That's good. Seriously, that's great.
Good.
And the crunch, awesome, man. And I didn't want to like it. Seriously, you're gonna like this. You gotta try it. There you go. Just does this habaneros. That's what I'm talking about.
You know, Guy, the...
Was hot.
This Scrapple is the only Scrapple I'll eat.
It's kind of a combination of sausage and hush puppy.
It's fabulous. Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
It's just a great Santa Fe institution.
Steak frites, table 20.
The food is just out of this world.
They do a really unique spin on lots of different dishes.
Curry cauliflower up in the window.
If you're a foodie, this is the spot to come.
And it's where you'll find Chef Dom Ruggiero, who traded his military service for counter service.
How'd you come cook?
Was working in an office on the 3rd floor of the building was Le Cordon Bleu. See all these guys with tattoos, playing with knives and fire. I was like, sign me up. So
No, that was Cirque du Soleil you were at. What kind of food do you do here?
We call it New American, which basically lets me do whatever I want. Order in, Italian beef.
The Italian beef is amazing.
It's a wonderfully sliced piece of bread covered in cheese and oxtail. They take a lot of time to make it really special, and they don't take any shortcuts.
We are starting with braised oxtail. We braise the oxtails in chicken stock.
Make it happen, Captain.
Roasted chicken bones, mirepoix, diamond parsley, whole garlic, dry bay leaves, whole black peppercorn, filtered water.
All right, how long are we gonna let this run?
About 2 hours. Then we're gonna get into our jardiniere.
What does a kid from Arizona know about jardiniere?
I was working at a place called Taste of Chicago in high school.
There's where a kid from Arizona knows about jardiniere.
Kalamata olives, manzanillas, Castle Voltranos, garlic, chili flake, lemon and orange peels, some fresh thyme, rosemary, oregano.
Olive oil and some vinegar.
And roast them in the oven for about 2 hours.
When that's done, pull out the fresh herbs, lemon and orange peel. Are we gonna break the olives down?
Yep, we're gonna chop them all up. Next step on the jardiniere, we're gonna brine the vegetable. We'll take carrots, celery, and cauliflower and add them to a saltwater brine for 24 hours. Strain that water off. Then we're gonna go in with our chopped house-cured olive, Fresno chilies, sport pepper, Italian seasoning, red chili flake, red wine vinegar, extra virgin olive oil.
That's great. That's only gonna get better with time. Fantastic. I'll put this in the cart, start the rest of the dish. Let's get into this.
We're gonna start off with some oxtails.
That's the whole tail.
We leave them in large chunks so that we're able to get large strands of the beef when we pull it.
Kind of seems like showing off.
Salt, oil, just start laying them in.
So we're browned off. Get these out of the way.
Mirepoix, garlic. Just cook these down till they're soft.
Bay leaf.
Salt.
Such a big hand doing it so daintily.
Tomato paste, deglaze with our red wine, and we'll add our fresh herbs.
Thyme, rosemary, and oregano. Oxtails back in. Chicken stock over the top.
We'll roast that off at 325, 6 to 8 hours. We're gonna pull them out and shred the meat. Now we'll make our Italian beef. Start off with our brioche, butter on both sides. Then with a hot pan, oxtail jus, our pulled oxtail meat. Once the bread is toasted, we'll top it with smoked provolone right in the salamander. Then we're gonna mount in a little bit of whole butter, brioche, braised oxtail, jardiniere, parsley, chives.
My mouth right now, it is like the sirens going off at the Hoover Dam. They're releasing water. If you're hunting in Flavortown, this is the crosshairs. This is right there. Not a piece that I want to change. Love the smoked provolone, love the Pullman loaf. The meat's tender. The reduction on the jus is spot on. This is one of the best elevated classics I've seen on Triple D in a long time. Delicious.
Plating oxtail.
The oxtail and the sauce have a great savory, buttery flavor.
The beef, it just melts in your mouth.
The acidity from the jardiniere carries the dish over the top.
1 shrimp and pork sausage banh mi.
In Albuquerque, I was not expecting to find such a great hidden gem of this Vietnamese restaurant.
Có một phần gỏi cuốn thịt nướng.
I was born and raised in Vietnam, so this food is home to me.
It's home cooking that owner Win Win inherited when her Vietnamese-born parents made the journey to America.
You were leaving Vietnam, your wife's pregnant.
I was the one that was born on the boat.
Ho, 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 ho.
So on the birth certificate and my citizenship, it says country of birth is international waters.
Seriously?
Yes.
Would we call this a Vietnamese restaurant?
Absolutely. This is a Vietnamese, like, casual fast food, but the flavor is authentic. I have a Dac Biet sandwich for table number 4.
The Banh Mi Dac Biet is layered with different types of temporo. Very tasty. We keep coming back for it over and over.
Dac Biet, what does it mean?
Special. We are gonna start with the house-made bread. High gluten flour, butter, oil, salt, dough conditioner, sugar,
And yeast.
ice water.
It will retard the yeast development, which allows you to make the bread, roll it out, and give it a longer shelf life before it proofs.
Have time.
So you can get the flavor.
Yes.
Ta-da!
So now we're gonna make the Vietnamese ham.
We're doing more of a pressed ham, like a
It's
sausage.
like a bologna. It's pork cushion, actually.
Pork cushion.
And then boneless, skinless chicken breast.
This is just like everyday equipment that you have here at this random Vietnamese bakery. No, this thing right here is what you find in meat processing.
Tapioca starch,
Little binder.
glutinous rice flour, baking powder, white pepper, salt, MSG, vegetable seasoning.
Crank it up.
oil, ice water, sugar water, like a simple syrup. Now we're gonna whip it.
Then freeze it. Then it goes to the emulsifier.
Yes.
That's where you really get that creaminess, whereas when she said it was gonna break down to like bologna. Nothing I love more than meat ice cream. Put this into the mold.
And we're gonna steam it. An hour and 15 minutes. Now we're gonna make the pate.
Of course we are, because we're gonna make everything here. I'm probably gonna go mill some paper to make the bags.
Pork liver,
Great, my favorite.
pork fat, pork butt, white onions, fresh garlic, breadcrumbs from our bread, glutinous rice flour as a binder, garlic powder, black pepper, baking powder, salt, 5-spice powder, a little bit of sugar, onion oil. All right?
Puree this.
To the mold.
Steam for.
In an hour, 15 minutes.
That's how big the sandwich is?
They're about foot long. House-made garlic mayo. And
Okay.
then the pate that we just made. Pork belly, the head ham,
We call it head cheese.
jambon, like a garlic ham. And then the Vietnamese ham that we just made.
Right.
Soy sauce, pickled carrots and daikon, cucumber, some jalapenos, cilantro.
That makes banh mi's look boring.
That's why it's called Dac Biet, because
Yeah.
it's so special. Did you hear that crunch?
My mouth is on it.
Bon appetit.
Amazing. This is probably one of the most remarkable sandwiches I've had a chance to try. This is a trophy of success for all your hard work. Oh my goodness, outstanding.
Thank you.
Banh Mi Dac Biet for you.
The whole sandwich is really fresh and tasty.
It has the vegetables, has the butter on the baguette, and they bake the baguettes here,
Right.
so it's better than pretty much any sandwich.
Triple D hanging outside of Reno, Nevada at Butcher's Kitchen Barbecue. And the wild man here is Big Ed, who owns the joint with Ed Jr.
You're sort of like a Rembrandt in the kitchen.
Plus, he's pulled his other boys into the fire.
Just the way I taught you for the last 25 years.
The food is phenomenal. You smell it before you even walk in the front door.
One filet mignon sandwich.
The filet is as tender as you can get. There's a good char on the meat.
Plan for a nap afterwards.
Filet mignon is, of all the cuts of meat, my least favorite. There's not a lot of flavor. I don't like it grilled. So when I heard about this on the menu, I had to see it. Let's get in the marinade.
Okay, some red wine vinegar. We've got some lemon juice.
That is a lot of acid.
Fresh garlic, crushed red pepper.
He's making Italian dressing.
Right. Black pepper, basil, oregano, sugar. We've got some parsley, a mustard powder.
Okay.
A little bit of thyme, and we got our salt. Give this a good blend. We're gonna add a little bit of water so it all comes together well. Add in our olive oil. We wanna give it some mouthfeel.
You should really think about going on the Food Network or something.
You know, I got some ideas.
We wouldn't even have time to break for a commercial. Now you're bringing in Pismo tender.
This is a tool that I created. It's called the Impressor. It's 60 razor blades, spring-loaded. I tried to give you one at the Truckee Diner.
Which is a Triple D joint we visited 10 years ago, where Big Ed happened to be eating. I couldn't take it. I can't fly with that.
It's gonna cut through the connective tissue, the things that make meat tough. But what also is great for fast marinating and brining.
Why don't we turn this into an infomercial?
A picture speaks 1,000 words. This comes with 2 pounding plates, just broadening it out a little bit.
I like what you're talking about, boss.
Okay.
So now, how long is the marinade gonna sit on here?
2 to 4 hours, that thing's flavored to the core. Then we're gonna cook it to a medium rare, covered with provolone. Put it on a toasted bun with peppers and onions and pepperoncinis.
It's pretty simple, but knowing this guy, it's not gonna be simple on the flavor. Yep, I was able to make it happen, folks. I kept him from talking for 1 whole minute. I beat the family world record.
You win the prize.
All right, back to my old statement. I'm not a fan of the filet. But if you're gonna give it that kiss of the vinegar and the garlic, and then you hit it with the acid and the sweetness of the caramelized onions and peppers, but then you get some of the cherry peppers in there and a little salty provolone.
Yeah.
This is what you want steak sandwich. The real deal.
Thank you.
What do you think of the filet mignon sandwich?
It's fantastic.
You get the smoke, you get the herbs.
I'm devouring it. It's delicious.
Bratwurst sandwich.
The family really loves what they do, and it comes out in the food.
Super impressed.
Thank you.
Super impressed.
Speaking of impressors.
Available.
2 pork chops up.
It's eclectic, it's different, it's vibrant, it's fresh.
And the gimme sandwich.
The food is phenomenal. The drinks are great.
Black IPA.
A lot of it's organic. A lot of it's grown around here.
Brussels sprouts.
And it's the people that really make this restaurant so amazing.
The 4 cats behind this joint, Andre Mouton and his daughter Amelia, along with their former co-workers, Seth Baker and Sean Olander, banded together to become co-owners here in 2012.
This looks like a made-for-TV movie, all right? She's the chef, he's the gangster, and he's the college boy, and Dad pays for it all.
The cast of characters that work here are always just thinking outside the box.
Woodland Pizza.
Their entire pizza list is just full of creative options.
Americano del Sur.
Garbanzo beans on a pizza?
This is the first time I've ever had pizza with tomatillos.
What are we gonna make?
The Americano del Sur. We're starting with our pizza dough, fresh yeast,
A little sugar for it to chew on.
olive oil,
Okay, so the yeast and the sugar coming together.
kosher salt, organic local flour, water,
So we'll let this go for what, about 15 minutes?
10. So our dough is all ready.
Now we take out the captain. Hook.
Maybe. So I hear you're a pro at weighing things out.
Oh, yeah. Tell me what we're going for.
6.4.
6.4? 6.4. 6.6?
Not bad. You're hired.
Okay, so now we're gonna make this pie.
We're gonna start with olive oil and fresh garlic. Oh, that's a lot.
Raw tomatillos.
Yeah.
Okay, this is different.
Garbanzo beans chopped up.
I've made a lot of strange pizzas. This might take the cake.
A little bit of cumin seed, cheddar cheese,
Okay?
fresh jalapenos.
Was it a dare to make this?
No.
And then we go 8 minutes.
Yeah. Fresh cilantro to finish it off, and that'll be it.
Never in a million years would I have thought of taking a tomatillo, slicing it thin like that, and letting it cook off in 8 minutes. I love the bite of the tomatillo. The acidity, the freshness, it's still a little bit of crunch. Jalapeno's great. The garlic's not overwhelming. Meatiness of the garbanzo, I'm telling you, that's a spot-on pizza.
The Americano del Sur?
Just the right amount of classic pizza flavor with a twist.
Off the hook. Off the hook. Roast beef hash, too.
It's homemade. It's always good. They know what they're doing. They is Joan Sampson,
Twice baked granola.
who started in the biz at age 10, running a snack shack out of her parents' garage.
Stuffed French toast up.
Then college took her down a different path.
I went to Rutgers University
What'd you go to Rutgers for?
for law.
You're an attorney?
I have a law degree.
Breakfast polenta.
But instead of taking the bar, she opened up some restaurants, including this spot in 07.
Doesn't matter what you do, end up back in the restaurant. They just suck you back in.
Hot roast bundle, please.
It's just phenomenal.
We're gonna do our slow roasted pot roast. It's wrapped in a tortilla with polenta and potatoes.
All right, well, let's get it going.
All right, we start by searing chuck roast in butter.
So we're seared off. Next step.
Then we add the mirepoix, which is celery, carrots, onions, herbs, rosemary, my favorite.
Full time. Bay leaf. Peppercorns.
Thank you.
Wow, and a lot of garlic.
A lot of garlic.
This is the stock from the last time this was made?
Absolutely.
I like the way you're rolling. And how much wine are you and I gonna drink?
And then salt and pepper.
Okay, wow.
Then we tuck it all in.
How long are we gonna cook it?
4 to 6 hours.
Got it.
275.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we're making polenta potatoes. We've got mashed potatoes that we mix with organic polenta. We put them in the salamander to get that nice, crisp top on it. Take the pot roast out of the oven.
Got it. It's looking sexy. Here we go with the potato polenta. That's nuts.
And then a layer of caramelized onions. Find some great pieces for you. Pour gravy inside, fold it, flip it.
And yet there's more.
Top it off with gravy. I'm gonna
Got
make
it.
it healthy
There we go. We're gonna waft it with some lettuce.
with a little bit of parsley.
Thank you. That just changed it all. The gravy is ridiculous. Creaminess of potato, texture of the polenta, the rich pot roast. It is a power bomb of flavor. Warning, don't eat this and drive. This is a coma item.
The lamb curry is really incredible. So many spices mixing with the good, high-quality meat.
What we're gonna break into now is a curried lamb.
Chettinad lamb curry.
All right, let's see it.
I'm going to marinate this lamb stew, garam masala powder, cumin powder, chili powder, fennel powder, coriander powder, oil, curry leaves, some salt, ginger garlic paste,
okay,
yogurt, mint, cilantro.
And how long are we gonna marinate the lamb?
8 to 12 hours.
All right, chef.
This is the masala mix for the lamb.
Cardamom.
Mace.
Mace that's on the outside of the nutmeg.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
Do you know what is this?
It looks like some type of a moss.
This
It's
is
like tree
this
bark.
is yeah. This is a lichen.
We got tree bark, wing of bat,
Cloves, fennel seed,
okay,
cumin seed, peppercorns, bay leaf,
star anise,
cinnamon, coriander.
coriander. And what is that little funky thing?
Seed, Marathi mokka.
Ah, that's what I was gonna call it.
This is kind of a caper.
But dried.
Poppy seed, curry leaves,
Of course.
and some red chilies.
So you give this a nice little toast?
Yeah.
Where are you getting all your spices from, chef?
From Albuquerque.
That's usually where I go for my heavy Indian spices, Albuquerque.
Add water. I want a smoother paste.
And now we're gonna build the dish.
Yeah. Fennel seed,
Star anise,
peppercorns, green cardamom,
bay leaf, clove, the mace, the funky pod thing.
yeah, and cinnamon, cumin, onions.
Okay.
Add a little salt, turmeric, and it cooks for like 15 minutes. And then we add ginger garlic paste, and then the tomatoes,
Then marinated lamb goes in
and the chetnadu masala.
that we made.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stew this down
For like 1.5 hours, and then we'll add the cashew paste.
at the very end.
Now the lamb curry is ready to taste.
Spice oil, got it. Daikon and carrot, beets, mint.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes. That's it.
Now, do you take the rice to the lamb or the lamb to the rice?
However you like it.
That's what I want to do, is jump right in it. I want you to think about your favorite beef stew when you were a kid. And then I want you to think that your cousin from India decided to make you their family's version of it. It's rich, it's hearty. I'm getting spice, I'm getting smoke, I'm getting acid, and a little bit of heat. It's all over the board.
Thank you.
But delicious.
Chetnad lamb curry.
So tender and it melted in my mouth.
Fried chicken is coming up.
It's like East meets West in Salt Lake City.
It's a flavor bomb.
We got 2 more minutes on the curry kebabs.
Amazing. Like, they use traditional spices.
Like the Pakistani flavors Sonny Nassar learned to cook with at his parents' popular joint down the street.
Perfect. Look at that.
Now he and his wife Iram
How's your meal?
are adding to his family's local reputation.
My mom and dad opening up Curry in a Hurry back in '98. That's the first halal restaurant in Utah. We had people coming in that never even
Had curry in their life.
Never.
But what you're doing is taking traditional fried chicken that everybody knows and understands, but putting the curry spin to it.
This combination is mind-blowing.
Yeah, I find myself just like craving it sometimes.
It's just like a really powerful blend of spices.
What are we starting with, my brother?
So we're making our house garam masala.
So toasting the spices.
Yeah. Start with the coriander, whole black pepper, mustard seeds,
Clove,
cumin,
a bunch of cinnamon, and bay leaf.
bay leaf.
Well, you really are putting a toast on that, dude.
There it is.
We'll be back next week.
It works.
Real deal.
Garam masala, black pepper. This is an Indian chili powder. It's spicy, actually. Salt, hot curry powder. That goes in the batter, in the brine, as well as on top of the chicken.
So now we make the brine.
Water, vinegar,
Lemon juice,
black pepper,
salt,
curry powder, house garam masala that we just made, ginger.
ginger, garlic.
Add our cut chicken to the brine for 24 hours.
Next up,
We add our house spice to it. Chicken breading,
how long does that take to fry?
about 15 minutes. So now we're making our lentil curry. Add the water, the yellow lentils, green lentils, salt, garam masala,
Hot curry powder.
crushed chili peppers.
Pakistani food's that hot?
It is. The Indian chili powder again. So let that cook about 2 hours or so. And then oil, the onions, cumin. So that's gonna be the sizzle that's gonna go on top of the lentils.
Let's plate it.
Our lentils and our mixed veggie curry.
Right on top of the rice.
That's it. Our house ranch, chili sambal for more spice.
On my salad.
House pita and our curry fried chicken. You season it off with that house spice. You know that line chicken.
Winner, winner.
Chicken dinner.
There
As
we
the
go.
end.
If all you sold was spicy lentils, I would show up.
That's it.
The lentils are really gangster.
So the fried chicken.
That's good crisp on that.
I like to get the pita bread, put everything in it, and just make a little bite of it. It's good stuff.
To get all that curry spice, then you get the moisture and the fat of the chicken. Wow, that's a lot of flavor. Bro, real deal.
Thank you.
2 curry fried chicken plates.
This chicken is unique.
It wrecks fried chicken. There's so much flavor in it.
Wrecks it.
Oh, it's very crunchy, very juicy.
They've got the double build your own burger.
These are gourmet burgers. I can't think of anything better.
Gobble, gobble, turkey burger up.
I've probably gained 10 pounds since they opened.
That's just since 2014, when longtime restaurant owners Kevin and Suzette McGarry opened this burger joint and named it after their signature item.
Ready for that skirted heifer.
Really unique, the way they melt the cheese over it and make it look like it has a skirt on it.
How did you learn about it?
By watching your show.
There you go.
But the skirt's just one page in the playbook around here.
They're very unique with all the different type of burgers they come up with.
All right, here we go. Here's your hangover.
It's got cream cheese. It's got peachwood bacon.
And the Bloody Mary sauce. It's an excellent burger.
We're gonna make you a burger. We do 1/3 pound grass-fed, grass-finished beef.
All the way from Finland.
All the way from West Cliff, Colorado.
Are we gonna season that?
With our focaccia salt. We've got egg, too. Do you want me to keep that on?
Thank you. I really
Farm egg.
appreciate that.
We've got bacon, homemade focaccia bun, cream cheese.
Cream cheese is for the hangover, how?
Cream cheese, bagels, everything you'd eat in the morning on a hangover.
Captain Crunch will be on there in a minute.
All right, our Bloody Mary sauce.
You gonna get some fries?
Yeah, brown sugar, kosher salt, a little bit of cayenne. That sugar makes people go,
Those fries are gangster. All right, that's a big burger. There's a lot going on here. Let me tell you something. Go ahead and have a fry. You wanna buy the burger? Come on, let's break all the rules. We're doing it all here at the Skirted Heifer.
God, that is so good.
Can I get you something to drink?
Now I'm on your napkin.
Burger's dynamite.
With an attitude of keeping it local.
You can eat it with a clear conscience, knowing that the cattle is well treated.
Is this some of your beef?
Yes.
That is dynamite.
Our own beef amazes me every time I eat it, but when I come here, it's triple amazing.
All those little points make this a great burger joint. It'd be awesome.
Thanks, guy.
Keep an eye on this one.
After 60 years on this stretch of Route 66, Emma Jean's is just like it was.
A little bit of history to it.
I got it.
It's still the must-stop. They knew you.
That's Dave.
For great home cooking, like the signature biscuits and sausage gravy.
Always good.
So who taught you how to make biscuits and gravy?
My mom.
Okay, so a bunch of flour.
Put some bacon powders in there, too.
Wow, wow, wow. What is that measuring spoon? What is that? Let me see this. Whose gravy boat did you snag that out of?
Mom brought it home in her purse.
Evidently.
My mom taught me how to make biscuits here and pie dough and
This table.
this table right here.
Wow.
Now we're gonna add some milk. Okay, that looks pretty good.
That's the consistency we're looking for.
That's it.
You have mixed them about as little as possible.
Well, you gotta be nice to your biscuits. Hey, you want me to show you? Oh boy.
Why?
You gotta get a good twist on it. Look at him go, folks. He's got it now. He's going all the way to management. Now we get the trays.
While the biscuits bake up, Brian browns the sausage for the gravy.
Mom's recipe also?
Mom's recipe. We're gonna put a little salt in here, some pepper.
Now what?
We add the milk.
Whoa!
Hot stuff. Give it a whisk or two.
That's thick, bro.
It is thick. If this stands up, it's ready.
That's a real deal biscuit right there. That's tasty. I don't think I could eat more than 6 or 12 of these.
How's steak already? It's like a little China in Boulder. You got the main dish, girl. Yeah.
This is traditional. I mean, this is authentic.
This is it.
It's straight out of Mama's cookbook.
Mama is a very special person.
She's the life of the place. She's the heart of the food.
And her love of cooking led Anna Zoe to come out of her retirement and join her son Edwin in this personal adventure.
This is a place that's making what Mom wants to make, how Mom wants to make it.
Yes.
And where's your family originally from?
My mom's from Taiwan. I was born in Taiwan, but my father's from northern China.
How do we explain the food?
Homestyle Taiwanese and Chinese street and homestyle.
What are we gonna make today?
My mom's homemade steamy bun
I've had steamy buns from all over the nation. These are one of the best. It's full of meat, very pronounced flavor.
Let's start.
Yeah,
okay.
please.
Yeast, the water, the salt, sugar, the flour,
Organic high gluten, okay?
oil,
And do you have to drag your mom out of here?
Yeah. She works way too much.
So we'll let that rest
30 to 40.
30 to 40 minutes,
Yeah.
and in the meantime, we'll make the filling?
Yeah.
So everything is done with induction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's more comfortable for my mom. Otherwise, it would be a really hot kitchen. I didn't want that for her.
On all the Super Sun stuff, okay? When mom's watching, you know what I'm gonna have to go through?
The oil,
Okay.
onion,
The green onions?
The whites are the green onion.
Yeah.
I like the whites of the green onions.
ground pork, cooking wine, salt, the sugar, 5 spicy powder,
5 spicy powder.
yeah,
And ginger, okay?
sweet paste.
Sweet bean paste.
Yeah.
And celery. Right at the end for a little crunch. Okay,
Yeah.
I like this. You could serve that in anything. Hurry up and make these before I eat all the filling.
Okay.
Just gonna be portioning them.
She didn't have to measure it twice. This is where the magic happens, ladies and gentlemen. Rolling it, turning it, twisting it.
I was thinking of it as a really accomplished DJ.
It's, yeah, wicked. Yeah. I mean, she makes that look like child's play. This is gonna go right into looking like a soup dumpling.
Bigger.
Ah, look at those. They're gorgeous. How long will this steam?
15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yes.
What's up with this one?
One more?
I'm kidding. One's good. What are the different sauces I have here?
This is a crushed chili, and then this is ginger onion, and this is one of my favorites, the Sichuan peppercorn.
You okay?
The bun's ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is light and fluffy and tender. Then this one is the,
Chili paste.
like sambal?
Yeah.
Kryptonite, right there. I am weak in its power.
One more? Okay, sure.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, delicious. Well done.
Thank you.
It's fluffy and flavorful.
Pork on the inside is fantastic, a little bit of spice.
This all right? Oh, thank you.
It's a really great place to stop, especially after a long hike here in Boulder, which is what we all love to do here.
This is the neighborhood pub with above average pub fare.
Cream sauce for the green chili cheese fries.
It's off the beaten path, but the food is really great.
You come for the food.
I come for the food.
You're double fisting it right now, and you come for the food.
That one's coffee.
And the 1-2 Keg Kitchen Punch was all part of the plan when John Rowley and Jeffrey Kaplan partnered up on this place.
I wanted to do like a gastropub with good beer, and he wanted a farmhouse brewery with good food.
What kind of food do you guys do?
We do like farm-to-table dishes we all grew up with, but just a little upscale. Chicken biscuit with fries in the window.
The chicken and biscuit sandwich is one of my go-to comfort foods.
That biscuit, of course, really sells it.
Really, really tasty.
We're gonna do chicken and biscuits?
Yeah. We're just gonna start off with the brine, hot water, garlic powder, kosher salt, some sugar, throw in an ice to cool that down so we're not scorching the chicken.
Chicken breast, chicken thigh.
We do an airliner that we cut the wing off of.
So the airliner was to make the food a little bit fancier on the airline. They would leave the wing connected to it.
But I also heard because it's like still got the wing, so it flies.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. I'll go with that also. So you just trim off this, save that for wings later?
Yep. We just want to make it a little more flat. We're gonna let this brine overnight.
So now we're getting chefy. We're gonna go sous vide.
Correct. We're going to bag it up, put it in our cryovac machine.
What temp are you running?
165, and we let this go for about an hour.
Par cook it a bit, so when you're breading it and frying it, you're gonna be able to achieve that really nice crisp and not have to wait for it to cook all the way through.
Exactly. It stays nice and juicy and tender all the time. Dredge it in rice flour and fry it at order.
We gotta make the biscuit.
Yep. So we had our flour in, salt, baking soda, baking powder.
Mix the dry a little bit.
We're gonna add our cold butter in, local goat cheddar.
Goat cheddar, really?
Yeah. Green onion as well.
And last but not least, the buttermilk.
As soon as this kind of all sticks together, it's done. Dump this out on here, and then we're gonna do a little fold on it. We're gonna do that a couple times to make sure we got some nice layers. We got our little custom maker that's a little bit bigger.
That's a big biscuit.
Well, it's a big sandwich. I'm a big guy.
What temp?
350 for about 18 minutes.
All right, chef, let's see it.
Toasted our house-made biscuit.
Okay.
We're gonna put a little horseradish crema, our chicken breast that we just took out of the fryer.
House-made pickles. Real thin batter on that chicken from the rice flour, but super crunchy.
And then our onion rings from the rice flour as well.
I love it. Nice tender biscuit. Great chicken. This is tender, great flavor. You're definitely getting a little bit of the brine. It's a light, crisp fry. And the brine of the pickle and the horseradish sauce is dynamite. I give you props.
Chicken biscuit sandwich.
The chicken is fantastic. It's moist, it's fresh.
The biscuit is just phenomenal.
So when you come into a restaurant and you see that they have a James Beard Award, you know it's gonna be good.
Green chili stew.
Authentic Southern tribal cuisine.
Vegetarian taco up.
Simple but complex at the same time.
And it all started when Cecilia Miller decided to share her family recipes with the masses back in 1992. And now her kids, Jennifer and Richard, are carrying the torch.
My mother passed away in 2020.
I'm sorry for the
Thank
loss.
you. As a family, we just decided that we were gonna continue to keep it going.
She had no idea that her food was gonna have the appeal to a wide array of people.
Not represented enough. What are we making today?
Red chili beef ultimate taco.
Are we making a fry bread?
Heck yeah, that's what the native taco comes on.
Well, yeah.
We call the fry bread the wamachta.
It's crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. A warm pillow of dough.
Let's see this.
All right, flour, salt, baking powder, and then...
Shortening?
Yep. Mix for about 10 minutes. Add the milk and water.
15 minutes.
That's right.
Let it rest.
And then portion them out.
The way you're pinching it seals it, pulls it tight.
That's right. I let it sit for 5-10 minminutes and then start stretching it.
Okay.
So we've got some pinto beans here.
Right.
We are gonna soak overnight.
Gotcha.
Then we put them in boiling water with some salt, a little bit of grease, cook them.
Couple hours till tender.
That's right.
We're gonna mash them.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna make their red chili beef. Got some vegetable oil, beef shoulder, neck off.
Got it.
Season it with salt. We're searing it. We're gonna flip it.
Now, when that's done,
We're putting it in boiling hot water, and we're gonna cook it for 3 to 4 hours.
we'll let it cool down.
We'll break it down
Shred
and we'll pull it apart. Yep.
Right.
Now we're gonna make our red chili beef. Cook the chili pod.
Guajillo or New Mexican?
New Mexico.
So steep them in the hot water. We're gonna blend this. A little bit of the steeping liquid.
Now we're gonna finish our red chili beef. Vegetable oil, onions, garlic, beef bouillon, chicken bouillon, pepper, cayenne pepper.
Light that up a little bit.
That's right. Then we're gonna add our beef. Red chili sauce. Starts to boil a little bit, and then it's done.
All we need now is to get the fry bread.
That's right. Flattened it out.
And then you're just gonna go and float it in that hot oil.
That's right.
You flip it?
So I'm gonna
Okay.
build you our ultimate taco. Our beans, red chili, sour cream, onions, cheese, and lettuce. Fold it in half.
And then invite Paul Bunyan over. It is a meal for two.
There's no easy way to do that.
Look at that. It's delicious. The fry bread itself is fantastic. I mean, I love the texture of it. The chili beef inside of it is really nice. Great flavor in that. The pinto beans, although smashed, still get really nice texture out of. It's delicious.
One red ultimate taco for table 2.
There's a lot more to it than just your regular tortilla.
We like the red chili a lot. It does have a little bit of a kick at the end.
The beans, it just makes it.
It's messy, it's sloppy, it's really good. It's just great to dig into.
Now that's a pro bite.
It's so good.
There you go.
Thank you.
So these are good friends of mine, the Goldensteins. They built my outdoor kitchen that you've seen at Guy's Ranch Kitchen. They designed the kitchen, they designed the overhang. Incredible. I think Native American gets more recognition and representation in New Mexico, Arizona.
I grew up in Phoenix. Of course, we know about fry bread.
Every time I've been to a Native American restaurant, the food is just tons of flavor.
Honestly, it's an everybody restaurant.
It shows that cultural education that's occurring through food, and that's a powerful thing.
Pozole chummas for table 7.
The pozole is amazing here.
Got some hominy in it, some pork.
The chumith is like a tortilla. Just dip it in your stew, and it's good.
What's going with the pozole?
Chumeth.
More like a tortilla.
Yeah, but if you're in a native restaurant, you gotta say chumeth. Start by searing our pork.
So a little bit of oil.
Pork loin. We are gonna make the pozole. We go oil.
Onions. The hominy.
Garlic.
Oregano.
Oregano. Black pepper. Water.
Chicken base. That much cayenne.
Red chili sauce. Cilantro and green onions.
And then once that pork's done, we're gonna add that in.
That's right. We're making some chumeth.
Chimeth.
All-purpose flour, some salt, lard,
Warm water.
warm water.
Okay, so we'll mix this up.
We're gonna let it rest. We're gonna portion it out, and then we're gonna sheet it.
And what do you call this tortilla cooking apparatus that's getting hot over here?
We call it a cornmeal.
All right, Daredevil, you're gonna dive right into the fire over there? You're gonna turn that off.
Just lay it in.
Tattoo your arm.
Wait about 5 seconds, and then turn it over.
No need to have any tongs or anything there. Just use your hands and let that just get piping hot.
Get your pozole together, green onions and some
Okay.
cilantro. Use the chumeth also kind of to dip it in there, soak up the juices, and enjoy.
So chimeth is like basically a flour tortilla. I like this scarring. That's good pozole. Tender pork, nice and light. Not shy on flavor at all.
Good.
Delicious. I love it.
I'm working on the pozole.
The pozole here is unique. It's a thicker stew.
It has such a great flavor. The spice makes it amazing.
What do you think of pozole?
It's excellent. I can smell the flavor.
Green Ultimate coming up for table 12.
It's good food, period.
When you come to Phoenix, you stop by the Fry Bread House.
I believe that your mom is having the moment of all moments right now. You know, getting the James Beard Award is amazing. Now getting a chance to share with the world this amazing culture, this heritage. Job well done.
Guy, that means so much to me. Thank you so much.
Catfish, okra in the window.
Good, solid Southern food.
Amazing flavor in every single bite.
You need 1 fried green tomato.
We have to go out of state to get Southern food, so this is kind of a hidden treasure.
But chef and owner Julius Thompson had to travel a tough road before finding reward in this culinary gem.
I grew up in homeless shelters on the street, crack houses, same with different family members. Unfortunately, a lot of them were addicted to drugs. They always had crack. And as a kid, I thought it was a pearl. The way they cherished it, the way they gave it all this attention. During COVID, I wrote my autobiography.
Bro, that's awesome.
So I decided to name my book Pearls. As the pearls get to the center, they start to decay, because that's what drugs do. They decay you.
Oh, it gives me goosebumps, man.
As I got older, I decided I should do something I love to do, which is cook. Take my pain and turn it into something palatable for other people when they visit my restaurant. Fried chicken, collard greens, golden splendor, table 9.
I love the fried chicken. It's absolutely delicious.
Collard greens, that's really hard to find in Utah. You've got the bacon that just adds even more to it.
What are we making today?
The fried chicken.
Okay.
All-purpose flour, lemon pepper, garlic salt, seasoning salt, parsley, chili powder, and rosemary.
A lot of rosemary from fried chicken.
Sounding kind of doubtful.
It is one of those polarizing herbs.
I can agree with you on that. So we got drums and thighs.
Into the dredge.
We dredge it in a mixture of egg and milk. I'm back in the seasoned flour.
And then we're gonna let this rest for how long, chef?
About 6 hours to overnight, and then drop it in the 350-degree fryer for 8 minutes. Now we're gonna make our collard greens. So we got some bacon.
That's a lot of bacon.
Yeah, we get the whole bellies in from a place in Salt Lake, and we cube it up how we want it.
Do you have a smoker here?
It's a room for a smoker.
Hey, where's my Camp Chef guys? Marketing director for Camp Chef.
How you doing?
Camp Chef is the bomb. We'll get you a little smoker that's gonna sit right there. Then you can make your own bacon. Then you can smoke your own ribs, smoke your own chops.
I do a lot of grilling. I've only smoked one time.
You need a smoking buddy is what you need. Bacon's rendered down.
Now we add our onion garlic puree. Stir that in. That goes in the water.
Boiling water, ready to go.
Exactly. Salt, pepper, brown sugar, butter, red wine vinegar. Once it starts boiling, we add the greens to it.
How long are you gonna let those go?
2.5, 3 hours.
All right, we're gonna do the mac and cheese. What's in the cheese sauce?
I saute some onion garlic puree, salt and pepper. I add it to the heavy cream, Parmesan cheese, and then cheddar cheese. We add it to the pan, and once the cheese sauce is hot, we add the pasta to it.
Pre-cooked.
Yeah.
The pasta's gonna heat up in the cheese sauce.
And finish.
Next up?
Maple hot sauce. Butter, brown sugar, some maple syrup, and a hot sauce.
I'll have a shot of that.
We let it come to a boil for about 5 minutes, and then we bottle it.
All right, we good to go?
Got our thigh.
It's a pterodactyl thigh. Mac and cheese.
Yeah, we call it the golden splendor. Collard greens, maple hot sauce.
I don't know where to start. Here we go to greens. Dynamite. Tender, a lot of vinegar, but not too much. A lot of sugar, but not too much. That's a really good green, man. Delicious. The pasta should have some texture. I don't want just this cheese and some other matter.
A cheddar milkshake.
Exactly. I'm a thigh guy. This is as big as my head. You've built so much flavor all the way through this. Crunchy, juicy chicken. That maple brown sugar hot sauce. That's legit. Delicious. Well done, chef.
Thank you.
I got 4 fried chicken up.
It's almost like he takes stuffing and just wraps it around the chicken, just packed full of flavor.
After 3 kids obsessed with mac and cheese, I thought it ruined me, but coming here, it's made me a believer in it again.
The maple honey hot sauce just made the food taste that much better.
Cinnamon French toast in the window.
California dip on our homemade roll.
Homey, delicious meals. They put a little love in it.
And that love comes from the family tree. Because when Stephen Griebing and his wife Carolyn bought the joint in '95, he most certainly tapped into his roots.
Where did you learn to cook?
My mother and my grandmother.
Okay, so it's old school then.
Old school.
Yeah, old school in hyperdrive.
Extreme double sausage, biscuits and gravy.
You have a little sausage gravy, but then you have a sausage patty under the sausage gravy, and then cheese biscuits under that.
Good thing I got my health nut compadre, Chef Robert Irvine, along for the ride.
I've already been in the gym 2 hours and I'm eating breakfast at 8 o'clock. So.
I want you to count
just how many times we will talk about the gym, how many times we'll see flexing.
Don't hate this. It's hard work.
It's a machine.
Right, innit?
I'll put a lot of time in it. You want to try some? Here you go. Oh, what happened to yours, Robert? Look at that. It's like a fight to get in there. The cheddar in the biscuit is bananas. Then on top of it, the sausage patty, but you know what? It's that sambal in that sausage patty that just gives it a little bit of that extra heat.
Yep.
The gravy's creamy.
And it's not dry and gritty.
It's thick and pretty. You have license to use extreme, man. That's pretty out of bounds.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, it's amazing. I don't eat fat, and this is really good. I mean, it's really good.
Thank you.
Nice job. Excellent job, Chef.
Thank you, thank you. Extreme biscuits and gravy up.
They're fantastic.
These biscuits and gravy are crazy good.
I've been to 800 locations. How many joints have you guys been to on Triple D?
262. And today be
That's not a gun. It says 262. And this is 263 today?
Today, yeah, absolutely.
The menu is so good.
Definitely lots of comfort food.
Incredible. It's rich, it's flavorful.
The meat's tender, but you find the meat, there's definitely...
That's when you cube it large. You taste the little sweetness of the raisin in there. Just counterbalance that heat.
I get a couple levels of sweetness. That's a phenomenal chili.
Thank you.
Just the right amount of heat.
We're gonna have to go to the gym after this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Brisket chili.
I like it because it's got big chunks of meat in it. They don't play around.
It's not too hot, but it's spicy. It's the best chili I've had.
Chef, had a great time.
Thank you. Thank you,
Let's go. Irvine?
And send me some of the biscuits and gravy.
Catelli.
What do we got, DC?
And his sister, Dominica,
Spaghetti DC sauce.
have come home.
My Nani and Nano, Virginia and Santi, opened Catelli's in 1935.
And Nick and Dominica figured
Table 11.
they'd be running it someday.
As we've always dreamt of it.
But the family lost the business back in 91.
Hello, Mama. Hey, Papa. Once that happened, my sister and I were very adamant. We will open this again, and it will be the family business.
And it is, since they took over a year ago.
Sliders here, sweetie.
And started serving the old Catelli classics.
Nani's minestrone.
How does the food taste?
It's delicious.
Chicken sauté stick. I just absolutely love it.
Ravioli coming up.
With the butter garlic sauce, it's delicious.
It's thin, it's cooked to perfection. All made by hand every day.
Seriously, just like Grandma Catelli's.
We are making the rav filling. The pork butt.
So you cut the strips.
Before it goes into the grinder.
I want that as a ringtone.
So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the slurry that seasons the pork with Chardonnay, whole black peppercorns, fennel seed.
Principal items in sausage.
Yes, red pepper flakes, fresh thyme, ton load of garlic, fresh ground nutmeg, and salt. We don't have a lid for our blender anymore
In
for some
true
reason.
Catelli style,
Yeah.
okay?
She's ready to roll. That goes in here, then we just squish it, and this is going in the fridge for 2 days.
To really let those flavors come out.
Absolutely.
What in the world are we into now?
We're gonna roast off the meat. Big beef chunks.
Chicken.
Skin on, and then here's our house-made sausage. If you can grab the olive oil.
Got it.
And give me a good douse and drizzle on here and salt and pepper, and we're gonna roast this.
Going at 450 for how long?
30 to 40 minutes. We have to mix all our veg.
Okay.
Onion, celery, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, Swiss chard.
Look at this. Such great texture, great flavor.
Salt, pepper, yep, and then that's gonna go in.
Into the oven?
For about 40 minutes.
All right.
You're gonna dump the meat.
And the juices.
Into there.
Smells awesome. So the bread gets mixed in.
Let's get all the veg in there. Now we're gonna put the pecorino.
Okay.
And Parmesan, thyme, basil.
Italian parsley?
Yes.
This smells so good.
Rosemary, salt, some pepper, sage, and then eggs.
Then we're gonna go back to the grinder.
Yes.
Now I can't hold this and be over there eating any of that at the same time.
That's part of the plan.
Look at that.
And you can taste it at this point.
You put that in a flip-flop, that would taste good. All right.
We're making the dough for the ravioli. Put the eggs in, and then we're gonna pour the Ethiopia Zero flour.
Super fine flour. So mix it up, pull it out, knead it a little bit more, let it rest.
Yes, and we're gonna cut off a piece, roll it out.
How many times is this gonna go through?
11.
You got 27 hours in a day here?
So this is gonna be round one. Crank it down and just keep going. Okay, we're going down to 1, and this is when we're gonna read the newspaper. Can you read it?
That's nuts.
So the meat filling.
It's just like therapy. I feel good about me.
Okay, we're moisturizing. Lay this on top, press down, and we're gonna make our little square, so then you can make it pretty.
Then we're gonna quick freeze them, and please, after that, can we eat?
Yes, let's boil the wraps. When they float to the top, we're gonna pull them out.
What fantasticness are you tossing that in?
Butter, garlic, salt, parsley, and a pinch of Parmesan cheese. Manja.
Wow, so tender, delicate, and so rich. Small, dainty, handmade perfection is what this is. This is one of the best raviolis I've ever had.
We have Catelli's meat raviolis. Pasta is done perfect.
Kimchi chicken.
If you want authentic Korean food, this is definitely the place to come to.
Beef torso.
This is just overwhelmingly delicious.
You get to come here and cook it on the grill, and it's just an experience.
I'll eat everything they put in front of me.
Which is just how owner Joe Kim wants it. Someone says, okay, I'm gonna go to Deji. Oh, that place you...
Pig out.
There was a few things I was expecting him to tell me. Pig out was not one of them. But that's exactly what his customers have been doing since he and his mother-in-law heated up the hibachis in 2010. What makes it so dynamite?
All you can eat.
Unlimited barbecue.
Every different kind of meat you can imagine they bring out.
It's just covered with sides. There's nonstop food coming.
You just keep eating, and it's awesome.
What are we making first?
We're gonna make the beef bulgogi first.
What does bulgogi mean?
Pul means fire, and then kogi means meat.
Fire meat.
Yeah. We got the water.
This is the sauce for the bulgogi?
Right. The garlic, the onions, pineapples. Got the apples.
Apples?
Yeah.
Okay.
The soy sauce, sugar, black pepper.
Sesame oil?
Yeah. And most importantly, soju.
Soju.
Kind of Korean spirit. Yeah.
So you gotta put it in there now?
Yeah.
Okay, what meat is this?
A ribeye.
You slice it thin. How long are we gonna let that marinate?
12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah.
What are we making next?
Chicken bulgogi. Some garlic, soybean oil, sesame oil, ginger, black peppers,
sugar,
soy sauce, and soju.
So you just put a little bit in?
Yeah.
Over the chicken?
Yeah.
24 hours?
Yep. Next, we're gonna make the deji sauce.
Deji sauce.
Deji sauce.
So this is like the house sauce?
House sauce.
Kind of like the Korean Thousand Island?
Exactly. Put it on everything. The soy sauce, the vinegar, sugar, soybean oil.
Okay.
Add some corn syrup.
Do you use in your hair, huh?
Oh, yeah. Sesame seed and Korean red peppers.
And that's the bags of Korean red pepper you have up there?
Absolutely.
I'll be stealing them.
Yeah.
Okay. Next step, what are we making?
Kimchi.
Is that like the French fries to the burger?
Absolutely.
So first,
the Napa cabbage, we're gonna cut into fourths. Salt it.
Wow, you got that process down.
And let it sit for 12 hours.
Now let's make the marinade.
We're gonna add some onions, garlic, a little shrimps.
A little shrimp.
Scrimps.
Squimps.
Yeah. Add some daikon radish. Ginger.
A little bit of rice just to tighten it up.
Yeah. Some seafood broth, fish sauce.
And then some of the
Korean red peppers.
that I'm stealing.
Yep. Then we're gonna add some sugar.
Okay.
We get the cabbage. It's already been rinsed and strained. And then just kind of go at it.
Where did you learn this?
My mother-in-law. She had a restaurant in Hawaii for about 15, 20 years.
What's next?
We're gonna make some kimchi pancakes.
Of course we are.
Yeah. This is a kimchi that's been fermenting for about a month right now.
All right. And this is just one of the side dish items that comes out.
Correct.
Little tofu?
Yeah.
Jalapenos and the onions.
You right? As soon as that's pureed, add some sugar, some Korean red peppers.
That's what's in your hair. I knew it. Egg?
Yeah. Some potato starch.
Potato starch?
Yep. Then we're gonna add some flour.
AP?
Yep. All right.
And these are gonna get fried up?
Sauteed, yep. So actually there's another side that we're gonna make, which is a fish case.
That's awesome. We'll eat next week.
All right, we got the wok. Heat that up.
There's some BTUs, baby.
We're gonna add some onions, some green onions, carrots, jalapenos.
Okay.
Add some garlic. Stir that a little bit.
Fish cakes.
Soy sauce, some black peppers. Add some sugar. Yeah. Corn syrup, seafood broth, crushed red peppers, and then Korean red peppers. Top it off with some sesame oil. And that's it.
If you're a meat eater, you should definitely come eat here.
Protein heaven.
You can always find something that you like, and if you like something, you tell them to bring more.
You're involved in what you're cooking, and you can socialize and enjoy food and share it with everyone.
If you're gonna have a haircut like that, you better back it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Legit, buddy.
All right, man.
Legit.
They've won all over northern Nevada.
He's got trophies that are just used to wedge open a window. I mean, they're just laying around here. I think someone used one as a step stool a second ago.
We did the chicken wing competition. We did first place for about 5 years. 5 wing nachos up.
The smoked wing nachos are awesome. Everything that you usually see on nachos now suddenly is on chicken. They're just devastating.
We have our chicken wings. We're gonna make our smoked wing nachos. We're gonna rub them down with some oil.
Oil only.
That's it.
No salt, no pepper now.
Not yet, because we're gonna deep fry them. We don't want that char flavor on the rub.
Okay.
That's a big wing. There's a couple wingless pterodactyls out there.
Smoke them for about 45 minutes, 275.
Okay, come out of the smoker, into the fryer. All right, what are you into?
Dry rub, which is half Cajun seasoning, half rib rub. This is our Cajun seasoning, paprika, salt, granulated garlic, black pepper, white pepper, onion powder, ground thyme, dry mustard, and chili powder.
Got it.
And we're gonna go rib rub, salt, white pepper, paprika, black pepper, chili powder.
This is gonna get interesting in a second. Sugar?
White sugar, brown sugar clumps, granulated garlic.
You don't find the burn on the white sugar?
No, I like it.
You've won competitions with this rub.
I have.
I won't tell anybody.
Do a little half and half here.
And this is what we're gonna sprinkle on the wings.
Hit it with some moonshine barbecue sauce, cheese, bacon. Pop it in the oven for a minute.
Okay. So where are the tortillas?
There are no tortillas. The wing is the nacho. It has all the toppings on it. All right.
This I gotta see.
Diced tomato.
How are you gonna get the tomato to stay on the chicken wing?
Green onion. Spicy ranch. Sour cream.
It's a really good wing. I love the smoke, a little fry to it. When you do tortilla chip, you get the crunch of the outside of the wing. The cheese melts on really nice. Then you have the bacon sticking to it, so you get all best of both worlds all over it. You hit that moonshine sauce on there, which is dynamite. You get yourself some of the cool sour cream. That's one of the most unique dishes I've seen on Triple D, and you actually pull it off. Well done.
Thank you.
Upside down Sicilian, ready?
It's a slice of New York in the middle of the desert.
Grab my pizza.
Flavors are outstanding. You can smell it when you walk in the door.
Thanks to Chef Sal Cufaro, who took over this pizza pasta joint in 2005.
So is this New York style? Is this Italian style?
The New York style American pizza, I guess.
Okay.
Plus a little of his own style.
Lasagna pizza, ready?
Which means piling the pies with pasta.
Bacon ziti pizza.
I love baked ziti on the side. I also love thin crust pizza. You put the two of them together, makes a perfect pie.
What kind of pizza do we make?
We gotta make bacon ziti pizza.
Bacon ziti pizza, bacon ziti pizza, bacon. Come on, doesn't it have a sound to it?
Gotta do the dough first. We started with water.
Room temperature water?
Yeah. Then we put salt, sugar, extra virgin olive oil.
Of course. Who taught you how to make pizza?
I used to watch my mother make pizza. Then we put the yeast.
All of that together?
Now we gotta put the flour in.
High gluten flour, got it.
We wait about 10 minutes.
This is like skilled labor for me. We're gonna make a ziti?
Oh yeah, let's put the pasta in the water first.
Okay.
Then we put some marinara sauce, some cream, seasoning, salt and pepper. Let it cook for about a few minutes.
Okay. Little butter?
Little butter. Grated Parmesan cheese, parsley.
Okay.
Pasta's ready to go in.
We'll let the pasta finish cooking in the sauce, right?
Yeah, about a couple minutes, and then now we're gonna par bake the pizza dough.
We're gonna par bake the pizza dough. Otherwise, because if we put that hot, it would cook right through the pizza dough.
All right. Okay, we gotta put some oat milk mozzarella.
A little bit of cheese.
You gonna put the pasta now?
And I try that, right? And very nice.
Very nice. A little more mozzarella, a little more grated Parmesan. We'll put it back in the oven. In about a couple minutes.
It's ready to go.
There we go.
The dough is nice and crispy. I love pasta. I love pizza. But the key is, pasta's got to be al dente.
Yes.
And the dough has to be crispy. That right there, that's the optimum bite. If I could come in and get this, I'd be here 2 or 3 times a week. Nice job, man.
Thank you.
The sauce itself on the pizza is delicious.
It's perfect. I can't decide what I want, pizza, pasta, both.
Welcome back. I am hanging out at La Tostaderia with Chef Fernando. This guy's got a story that you will love. comes from Mexico, goes to Canada, opens a taqueria, comes down to the United States, opens a carnitas joint here in Grand Central Market, then goes to culinary school, elevates himself in the world of food, and opens up La Tostaderia.
Really fresh seafood, great ingredients, and they definitely take their time with every plate.
It's a cross between a great ceviche joint and a taco stand and a tostada stand. So he tells me that he makes a burger.
Patrona burger at the window.
The Patrona burger is delicious, combination of cheese and shrimp and aioli.
It's not your typical seafood burger, what you get in a lot of other restaurants.
It can't be beat, it's delicious.
He says if I don't love the burger, he's gonna buy free lunch for all my crew. I hate the burger. All right, what's first?
Okay, mango, red bell pepper, chives, and then?
Let me guess, cilantro.
Cilantro, exactly.
Can't believe your middle name's not cilantro.
Apple cider vinegar, salt, agave nectar.
Okay.
Avocados from the capital of the avocado, Michoacan.
You just drop Michoacan in as often as you can, don't you?
I love my steak.
I know you do.
So you just toss it, put all together.
All right, time for the burger?
Yeah. Wild Mexican shrimp.
Not frozen.
No frozen.
Okay.
Makes big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Salt, pepper, butter. The bun also is Oaxaca cheese.
Oaxaca cheese is like Jack mozzarella.
Yeah.
That's gonna be kind of what actually holds this burger together.
Yeah.
It's like the duct tape in Mexican food.
Now we got the buns.
Okay.
Chipotle aioli.
And before culinary school, he called that chipotle mayonnaise.
Lettuce, tomato. Now we have our shrimp cook with the Oaxaca cheese melting. Onion. We're gonna use the avocado mango radish.
As much as I think I'm gonna love this, I'm still gonna tell you I hate it, so you gotta feed my crew.
Cheddar, potatoes. This is for the crunchiness. Done.
Haven't had to bust out the hunch in a while. This one might deserve it. I got good news and I got bad news.
Tell me.
Good news is that's fantastic. The bad news is the crew's hitting the vending machine. When you bite into it, you get the saltiness of the cheese, the texture of the cheese, the shrimps cook perfectly, and then all the accoutrement, the shredded lettuce, the chipotle mayo, the tomato, the raw onion, the phenomenal salsa with the mango and the avocado. I pride myself in my burgers. I'm known for my burgers. That right there, in my expectation level of burgers, that is about as high as they go.
Thank you.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Patrona burger?
The bread is really moist. It's got some nice aioli sauce on it. It's really tasty.
You can tell the seafood, it's not frozen.
All these extra little toppings on it makes it the bomb.
You order the fish tacos out.
You come to a market like this, you stereotype that it's not that wow factor. Yeah. This is like high-end, fancy restaurant, elevated Mexican food.
Completely unexpected.
La Tostaderia, fresh as can be. It's everything that you need, basically.
Word's out. Everyone in Logan knows about Herms.
People come from out of town to come here.
And they've done that since the early 1900s, because this historic building has been a place for travelers to sleep, eat, and top off the tank. And Chef Riley Brown are in charge of filling up guests once again.
In-N-Out grilled cheese, table 9.
I have the inside-out grilled cheese. It's so good. It's got this crunchy cheese on the outside, and on the inside there's guacamole and black beans.
It's very different than any other grilled cheese that you're gonna find.
What are we making, Chef?
Salsa, Anaheim's, roasted red bell pepper, and roasted green pepper.
And jalapenos?
You've got it. Whole stewed tomatoes.
Have light on.
Green onions, little garlic, toasted ground cumin.
Beautiful.
A little bit of sugar.
Thanks, honey.
Chopped red onion.
Agua?
That is actually white vinegar, sriracha, cilantro, and our house seasoning.
And that makes the salsa.
Now we're gonna make our black beans. A little bit of olive oil.
Sweat the peppers and onions.
Salsa.
Okay.
Canned beans.
Okay.
Strained.
And a little bit more of the magic dust.
Salt. Garlic salt. Black pepper.
Must swell up like a puffer fish.
Then we just add a little bit of water.
And how long are we gonna let these cook?
15 minutes.
After this,
we make the grilled cheese. A little butter on the grill, add our shredded cheese down.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is what makes it inside out. We're trying to get a crispy and a chewy effect. Cover that lid over there, let that steam so that that cheese on top melts while the cheese on bottom crisps up just right.
Yeah.
Fresh made guacamole on here.
Everybody tuning in home, this is the weirdest grilled cheese we've ever seen on Triple D.
Take a scoop of beans, we'll hit it with a little sriracha.
And that's all she wrote. I don't know who's trying to be funny around here, but that kind of looks like somebody's hairline. I've had a lot of crazy food, dude, but this is taking it. You get this fried crunch, we call this the skirt, then you take delicious beans, and guacamole, stick them inside of a really thick quesadilla. Dynamite.
Thank you.
Dynamite.
That's how I fist bump. Get a kick out of it.
Things are getting weird.
All right, you guys, I have those inside-out grilled cheese for you.
It's just a really unique flavor.
It's really good, really cheesy.
That's up there in grilled cheese history.
We got New Mexican pulled pork outside. Come get it.
It's good comfort food, and sometimes you just need that.
The Brussels are down.
Everything is made from scratch, locally sourced.
I dig it.
All put together by Josh Gerwin, who's blazing his own trail as a Josh of all trades.
Where'd the pizza oven come from?
I built it.
And you're not just doing pizza in there.
No, we do some mussels and bread pudding and some steak.
Fresh bake your bread?
Yes, sir. Butchering whole animals. I have a full-blown butcher shop about 5 doors down.
Really?
Yeah. We can bring whole hogs in. We got the belly. It's gonna make our bacon.
Which goes into a classic sandwich with a not-so-classic style.
Josh's twist on the BLT.
It's a whole burger of bacon, which certainly I've never heard of anywhere except for here.
The mayo and the freshly baked bread, it's just delicious.
What are we gonna make?
Bacon.
All right, man, let's get into it.
Brown sugar.
Fresh ground black pepper.
Pink salt. Kosher salt.
How many bellies you guys doing in a week?
8 to 12.
So no 9, 10, or 11.
Well, because 2 come per pig.
I'll be over here.
Cure our pork belly now, 7 to 10 days.
What are you smoking it with?
Applewood, 4 to 6 hours at 160 until it gets a nice mahogany. I grind it and make a 9-ounce patty.
You give them 9 ounces of bacon on this thing?
Well, and the lean meat that binds it together.
This I gotta say. Beautiful bacon, dude.
Put that on the grill, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Can I just have this on a stick? All that effort to make this great bacon, and now we're gonna grind it up.
Yeah.
And then make the patty and we're done?
Pretty much. And then season it with some kosher salt and white pepper. Cook it in the wood-fired oven.
You make the bread also?
Yeah, potato bread. It's like half potatoes and half flour. Boiled russets.
This is more potato than bread. I've never seen potato bread at this level.
We go in with our water.
Fresh yeast, super critical. Some olive oil.
AP flour, bread flour, salt. Mix it for about 12 minutes, let it proof for about an hour till it doubles in size.
Portion it out.
Roll them out into the Kaiser shape, let them proof and approximately double in size.
What temperature are you gonna make it at?
350, about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Toasted Kaiser.
Okay.
Get a little bit of mayonnaise on it. Nice heirloom tomatoes.
Gorgeous.
Some organic greens. Tiny bacon patty over here.
I've never seen that much bacon on a BLT.
Top it with our Kaiser for you. House-made onion rings.
You ready? That's a monster. Well, this is what everybody wants a BLT to be like. You're getting the volume of a burger, the flavor of the bacon, the whole top of that patty is just all that crispy, crunchy, unctuous flavor. Then on the inside, it's super tender. It's just done perfectly. I mean, it's BLT of another level. You are a dangerous man.
Thank you very much.
About that 1 minute.
It was an instant hit with me.
All sorts of people can come here and they can all find something they like.
Torta de pierna. The best comfort foods from all around the world on one great menu.
Those are flavors Eliseo Garcia became passionate about after working in kitchens all over the West with chefs from all over the world.
Sabores, flavor.
So lots of flavor.
Cuban, Puerto Rico, Argentina.
Okay.
I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to Mexico tonight, or I'm going to Vietnam.
Spring rolls coming now.
The variety is one of the things I like the best.
Peanut butter burger up.
The peanut butter burger is one of my favorites here.
You wouldn't think the peanut butter and the burger would go great together, but man, what a combination it is.
The last time I had a peanut butter burger, I wanted my mommy. It was in West Lafayette, Indiana, at the XXX Family Restaurant.
I absolutely don't enjoy that at all.
I didn't know how to handle that. That was the craziest thing ever. But I got faith in my chef here.
Let's make some chipotle aioli. Chipotle peppers, lemon juice, garlic, salt, pepper, chipotle powder.
You're gonna fold that into the mayonnaise? That would make anything taste great.
Let's make some house chips. Let's start with purple yam.
You're gonna go to all this effort to make the chips?
Yep. Regular yam, potatoes, Japanese yam.
You're yamming.
Taro root, lotus root.
Lotus root.
We're gonna fry it for 3 minutes.
While those are frying, what do we do?
We're gonna make their house seasoning. Garlic powder, cumin, achiote, paprika, onion powder, salt, pepper, white pepper. Season our chips.
They sure make eclectic chips.
Let's build our peanut butter burger. Put the cheese and the bacon.
Don't overdo it on the peanut butter.
Chipotle aioli, sriracha sauce, lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. hamburger. And there you go, sir.
I want my mommy to come to Logan, Utah and try that burger. That's good. That chipotle aioli and a little bit of the sriracha take the burger from being sweet and really heavy peanut butter to being a little spicy peanut butter, like a Thai peanut dipping sauce. Delicious chips. I see what everybody liked about the peanut butter burger. Maybe it just took me some time. Hey, Triple X team, I'll come back. I'll try the burger again, all right? Peanut butter in 2 minutes.
It's interesting how the hamburger works with the peanut butter.
I love the sweet and the savory. The chips are good. I like how crispy they are.
Torta de pierna.
You want something hearty and comforting, and this is the place to go.
Everybody that comes here digs it.
It's the jewel of our valley.
Jewel of our valley?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to take that.
It's a unique restaurant for Logan.
When you're doing an international flair restaurant with all different kind of flavors from around the world, you better make it unique. That is delicious. Well done.
Sicilian on Parmesan.
Absolutely lives up to its name.
Definitely full belly.
These guys are all about creating a great sandwich. They're passionate about it.
You got a biscuits and gravy burrito.
Their biscuits and gravy breakfast burrito is like 2 breakfasts in 1.
They have the biscuit and the home-fried potato in there.
If you're looking for all your breakfasts, just come get this burrito.
Let's see it. What's the game plan?
We're making chorizo sausage gravy for our burrito. Olive oil.
And you're making the chorizo?
It's made from a local company here in town.
Got it.
Breakfast sausage, all pork. Once the meat's cooked down, add organic AP flour, paprika, granulated garlic, onion powder.
Cook that flour out.
Half and half in whole milk. Let this come to a simmer and salt and pepper, and it'll be ready to serve.
This next step of making biscuits for one dish, it's impressive.
Organic AP flour here, sugar, baking soda, baking powder. Just give this a quick pulse here. We have our extra cold butter. Give it a good pulse to get it about pea size.
The idea is breaking that butter up so it just sits there suspended between the flour. So when it cooks, you really develop all of those layers.
Correct.
Means everything in the world of making a good biscuit.
Incorporate the buttermilk slowly, and it's gonna kind of look a little dry.
But he's got more butter than we typically see, so this is gonna make a nice, light, flaky biscuit. If we can get it to stay together, because right now it just looks like we're trying to make a sandcastle out of dry sand.
We're going for a square here.
Could be a triangle for all I care.
Roll this out. We're gonna cut this.
You brush it with a little bit of buttermilk?
We're gonna finish with salt and pepper.
Okay. You go in the oven how long?
25 minutes at 350. So
that is beautiful. Wow.
Drop tortilla on the flat top to warm it up. Hash brown coming out of the fryer there. Gonna take our biscuit, slice this up.
Oh, seems sacrilegious.
We're gonna add a little cheddar cheese to this guy. Crispy hash brown, biscuit there. And then we've got our gravy.
Oh, so it's for the whole family, I see.
You roll it up.
Can you help me lift it up? Ugh, that's ridiculous.
We're gonna take that over to the panini press, and then we are ready to go.
High carb, meat carb. Well, I'm gonna tell you first thing, as scared of it as I was, for some reason, the way you've made it, the way you've seasoned it, it really is not overly heavy. It's delicious. The biscuit is light and flaky in there. The crunch of the hash brown inside is really nice. But the kicker for me is the gravy, bro. Can I just have a bowl of gravy? This is a ski bum delight, 101. Well done, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well
Appreciate
done.
We got a biscuits and gravy burrito.
It blows my expectations out of the water. The chorizo in the gravy has so much flavor.
The biscuit is soft and delicious.
Pyrenees is a landmark.
The food here is incredible.
Good flavors, made from scratch, right from home.
And right from the Basque tradition.
Ossobuco.
This old world menu has been a longtime staple here. So when Julie and Rod Crawford took over in 2014, they weren't about to change it.
Basque food, is it hard to explain that to people in Bakersfield?
No, everybody in Bakersfield gets it. It's hard to explain to the rest of the world.
Traditionally, it is ethnic food that comes from the Basque region between France and Spain.
And French-born chef Gilbert Hernandez knows a thing or two about the Basque people.
It was the best sheepherder.
The best sheepherders.
Oh, yeah.
People would ask the Basque to come to the United States to raise sheep. These are poor people
yes,
living
exactly.
in the hills.
Yes, with nothing they used to make a meal.
So they have to become creative.
Yes.
And they use every part of the animal.
You can get everything from the pickled tongue to soup or whatever the specials are for the day.
Fried chicken ready.
They're the best at it. It's really kind of a mainstay.
It's not Southern fried chicken by any stretch of the imagination. And I think the garlic just makes it something different.
So what are we gonna make today, Chef?
Fried garlic chicken.
We're gonna fry the garlic or we're gonna fry the chicken?
We're gonna fry the chicken.
Okay, let's go.
All
then.
right.
Little chickens.
Yes.
He just takes a knife right through. No question of where the joint is. That was a no lookie. Now you're showing off.
Now we're gonna season the chicken. Salt, black pepper, garlic powder, chicken base. And we're gonna put some fresh garlic.
Okay. A lot of garlic. Put olive oil?
Yes. You're welcome.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now, how long are we gonna let this marinate, Chef?
At least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours.
Yes. Then after, we're gonna put some buttermilk. And then after, we dredge it in the flour, seasoning flour, black pepper and salt.
That's it?
That's it.
But we're not going to the fryer. We're going to this?
Yes.
This is the Basque way of doing it, because nobody in Pyrenees Mountains had... Okay.
No.
I like how he just takes his time, just nice and easy. And how long do we cook it?
15, 20 minutes.
And what comes with this, Chef?
This come with the green beans and French fries. Here's the chicken.
Very nice. What's in the garlic sauce?
Fresh garlic with olive oil and a little bit butter and parsley. And here is your Basque garlic chicken.
The garlic on the outside is very strong, but the garlic and the flavor inside the chicken is what is really nice. It's tender, it's juicy, lots of flavor. The crust on the chicken is great. I have restaurants called Johnny Garlics. I have one in Bakersfield. But if I was gonna ever make fried garlic chicken, that would be the example. Outstanding.
The garlic just hits you right away as soon as you bite into it. Probably don't want to have your first date after you eat it, but it's very, very good.
The best chicken that you'll ever have.
Even though it's rooted in humble beginnings.
Basque food is peasant food. Cuts of meat nobody wanted, and you had to figure out a way to make those meats flavorful and tasteful.
How close is this to traditional, original Basque like you get at home?
Probably a little better than what we had at home.
This place is like going to your grandma's house.
Because Grammy's is actually filled with Grandma's recipes, which Vicky Corder, her husband Jeff, and their kids first started selling at festivals. And when business boomed, they expanded to a full-fledged restaurant.
Jeff's Original Cannoli.
I feel like all the food here is larger than life.
Sauce and lasagna.
Have you seen lasagna that big?
Not before, no.
It's the cheesiest lasagna you'll ever eat.
What are we starting with?
My grandmother's Sunday sauce.
Okay.
Olive oil, pork ribs, and neck bones.
Any prosciutto?
No.
How did you know what that was?
Because I'm Italian.
You call it prosciutto in Denver?
I call it prosciutto because
Well,
I'm not
from
New
New
York. Garlic salt.
What's up next?
She made us put everything in the sauce in threes because it blessed the sauce. Father,
So one garlic.
Son, Holy Ghost.
That's a lot of garlic.
That's the perfect amount of garlic.
I thought so too. That's what I meant to say.
Onion, parsley.
What about the Father and the Son?
I'm saying it to myself.
I want to be in on it.
Crushed tomatoes, fresh basil, black pepper,
And salt.
Tomato paste goes in.
And a lot of water. And how long is this going to cook?
About 3 hours.
What's up next?
Nana's meatballs.
Is Nana different than Grammy?
No, I called her Grammy. My kids called her.
Nana.
It's half pork, half ground beef. Mix it together.
Now, she taught you these recipes by you standing next to her, or did she just throw you right in the mix?
She had horrible arthritis.
Oh,
so
really?
I was her hands. Chopped onions, soft breadcrumbs, basil, garlic,
You guys love your garlic.
parsley, Romano cheese,
Salt.
black pepper, and eggs.
How many meatballs will this make?
About that tray's worth.
Okay, good.
They're about 1/3 of a pound.
Ooh, we're really coating the pan up, huh? So we're not just gonna bake them, we're gonna also give them a little pan fry. 350 degrees, how long?
15 minutes.
Next up?
Whole milk ricotta cheese, black pepper, eggs, fresh parsley, mozzarella provolone blend, and Romano cheese.
How many layers are you making?
Probably 6.
Okay, just shout it out when you know the answer.
You make me so nervous.
I'm just standing there talking. Granted, I'm questioning
The place of my origin.
Well, that we know is just a gigantic farce. Did you see how you're trying to kick me on Triple D? All right, Vic, let's see it.
Olive oil. We line our noodles up. It's got to be 7 by 7.
It's got to be 7 by 7.
Sauce. About half the cheese on this layer.
How much of the sausage is going in there?
All of it.
That's a lot of sausage.
The family that makes it has been in business for 100 years. They were friends of my grandma.
Got it. Noodles again. Sauce again. Cheese again.
Meatballs.
Oh, this should be an interesting number.
A lot of meatballs.
Well, that can't be the real way, Vic. I think
It's
I'm being
12.
told a story. 12, okay.
How many do I have in there now?
I have no clue.
Me either. Provolone, noodles.
How long is this gonna bake? 4 years?
About 3 hours.
Whoa! That is a monster. Oh, the parsley made it healthier.
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
One small bite for man. So I know that this is the lasagna portion for the entire family. Lots of ricotta, delicious meatballs, tender pasta, dynamite sauce. You make this roll yourself also?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. This is old school American Italian, exactly the kind of lasagna I would expect to go and get at Grammy's house. So I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, right by Paradise Valley, to check out a joint where this guy's doing some crazy things to burgers. Let's see, he's putting eggs on burgers, he's cooking burgers in booze, he's even deep frying burgers. This is Paradise Valley Burger Company.
If you love burgers, this is the place to come, not just in the state of Arizona, but all over.
A beach house burger.
The creativity and craftsmanship that goes into making their burgers, I couldn't even duplicate if my life depended on it.
And they're all the brainchild of chef and owner Brett Shapiro, who opened this joint in 2011.
A good burger should...
When you'd be like, plow!
That's what a good burger
That's
does.
what a good burger, it should speak to you.
And speaking of burgers...
Country fried burger for you.
The country fried burger is another one of my favorites.
Green chili bacon cream sauce on top of deep fried patties, that's America right there.
What's gonna be in the country fried burger?
We're gonna start with the country fried gravy. We're gonna add some olive oil, diced red onion, sliced jalapenos, sliced garlic. Generous on the salt and pepper. Okay. Shake up the pan a little bit, get them nice and tender.
Would you like a towel?
Monster hands. They're doing this like 15 years old.
There you go. Okay, so the gravy's going.
Gonna hit it with our heavy cream now.
Now this is gonna simmer down. Simmer down now. Simmer down now.
Cook it for about 15, 20 minutes. Gonna reduce it by half.
Okay.
Add our fresh thyme.
Now we hit it with the immersion blender. And then that's gonna go on top of the burger. How many patties in the burger?
Each burger's 4 ounces, so it's gonna get 2 2-ounce patties. Boom. That's my sweet spot right there.
There you go. Why did you decide to do it in this fashion, 2-ounce patties?
I wanted to maximize the char for each burger.
Awesome. Let's see it go.
Tan it, tan it, tan it.
What is the suntan lotion you're spraying on it?
A little bit of heavy cream.
Heavy cream in a mister bottle.
Exactly. Flour, flour, flour. Patties going in.
No, that's how it goes?
That's how we roll, man. We gotta get crazy back here.
You got issues, and I like it. Next up?
So I square up my buns so they stick to the flat top.
Wait, time out. You get the buns in rounds.
Yes, sir.
Then you cut all the buns square.
Exactly right.
You want to toast the whole
caboodle. Start with a little bit of lettuce to protect the brioche. We're gonna add our country fried burger patties.
Double the patty up, I like this.
Now we're gonna add our gravy. A little bit of fresh thyme.
You're into your time, huh?
No time.
Tomatoes. Fried onions.
And that's all she wrote.
For the country fried burger.
Got a beach towel?
Beach towel, of course, my man.
I just listened to you talk about how you make this burger. Cutting the bun so you can get full contact. Making the patties thin so you can put a nice crust. It's legit, it's enthusiastic. It takes the regular, everyday burger to another level. I mean, it really is, man. It's great.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate that.
So what are we making?
Green chili bacon vodka cream sauce for the booze burger.
Green chili bacon vodka cream sauce. Okay, get into it.
All right. First, we're gonna start with a little bit of olive oil. Render down the bacon.
Cook it like it's hot.
That's awesome. Gonna drop in our sliced red onion.
Okay, jalapenos. This is like an Arizona breath mint.
More or less, man.
Okay.
Get our garlic going. Once those have sweated down, we're gonna add some vodka to it. We're gonna add our heavy cream. Get some sound effects. Nice.
Salt and pepper.
They're brothers. They're best friends.
So you roasted the peppers.
Yep.
Seeded, stemmed them, skinned them.
Exactly right.
Okay. And now a bunch of cilantro.
Blend it.
Next up,
we're gonna pickle the Fresno chilies.
Very nice.
A little bit of sugar here.
Okay.
This was liquid smoke. Whiskey.
Okay.
Give it 2 days to pickle. We're ready to serve.
And that's what it is.
Yes, sir. Now we're gonna make a classic beer batter. Start off with a little bit of amber beer.
So far we've used vodka, we've used whiskey. Here comes the beer.
3 food groups, as I like to call it.
Very nice.
A little bit of salt and pepper. Add our flour and mix it all together. You got it.
Next up, we cook this burger.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Salt and pepper. Now we're gonna beer batter our patties and then drop in the deep fryer for about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Let's get our beer battered patties. Add our green chili bacon vodka cream sauce. And finally, our pickled Fresno chilies.
Hands down, what makes that burger was Fresno chilies.
I agree, man.
You got all kinds of great crunch, salt, a little spice coming in there. You've got a passion for it, and it comes out in the burger, man.
You're about to make a grown man cry.
I'm telling you what, this is prime time, buddy.